Yo, what up? Once again, it's Monday, 8 o'clock in the east, 5 o'clock in the west. Y'all know what time it is. It's a mur. It's around the way with Stacks and Nick J. We got Becca in the building tonight.
Whoop, 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 whoop.
Um,
What's up,
before
y'all?
I'm how you doing? Before we get into the pleasantries, let me go ahead and get the shout outs out of the way. Shout out to everybody on Facebook Live, YouTube Live. Shout out to the guys podcast network, Facebook group. Shout out to Bobby Blackjack. We're now streaming on Zingo TV channel 195, also Stream TV channel 6, I believe.
Yep.
Shout out to the squad: Sean, Merv, Mark, Tina B, Tazon. Anybody else that I forget?
Rika. Shout out to Rika.
Uh,
She's always in there.
oh yeah, shout out to
Sam,
Rika.
Trey, our
Shout out
regulars.
you. Shout out viewers too.
Hmm?
Shit, I knew it getting to that point. Anyhow, y'all catch us on stream.com. We're on YouTube as well right now. And some of our shows are going to be on you can catch on Apple.
Hey, Jamal.
Yeah, some of our shows you can catch on Apple. Becca, welcome. Joining us again tonight. How are you?
Thank you. I'm doing good. I'm doing pretty good. Happy Monday to everybody watching and listening.
Cool.
Happy Monday.
Yep. Mondays, first day of the work week.
Yeah, Stacks don't seem like he a Monday person. He talking real monotone.
Mm-hmm.
Hey.
You been smoking or drinking?
No.
Oh, that'll change soon.
None of the above.
Word up to
not you drinking water.
this person and that person. It's Monday. It's the. That's how you sounded. Put some.
Let me get in my groove. How was y'all weekend?
Your groove?
My weekend was pretty good. Didn't really do much. Jasmine's she got some birthday money. You know, her birthday was about 2 weeks ago, so she got her birthday money and it was burning a hole in her wallet. So she had to go spend it this weekend. So she got, lip gloss and earrings and all a bunch of girly stuff. And I don't know. Every time I look at her, the fact that she's only 12 and she's almost my height and I'm 5'10", it blows my mind. It blows my mind. Like, she's a big girl now. It's crazy. Just crazy.
Wow.
I know.
Tall. I'm only 5.
So if she gets any taller, I mean, it's fine, but I can still fight. But my thing is, I just look at her like she used to be 6 pounds. Now she's 5'5". She's a big girl. But anyway, that was it. Just went to the mall and blew my daughter's money. What's up with you, Nick?
The usual. Hung out with my girlfriend and oh my God, this weekend was even more boring than I thought it was. I thought it was like, I mean, it didn't feel boring, but when I talk about it, it was a very boring weekend.
Is that good or bad?
I guess it's good. I didn't feel like, any regret, but I watched, some football. Yeah.
That was it.
I got a TV in my bedroom, so I was watching like In the Heat of the Night.
Oh.
That Girl. I Dream of Jeannie.
You know what?
Who gets cable to watch these shows? Like, I'm watching Antenna TV on my cable when I could just have been watching it on my TV. Also watched I don't know, just a bunch of TV. What y'all like? Being in my bed watching TV.
Nothing wrong with that.
You know what? I know you mentioned something about watching football. Listen, I'm glad that real football is about to be back because these motherfuckers is placing so much stock in 3 preseason games are annoying. I know people are excited that football is back, but some of these goofy motherfuckers really need to chill on their assessments. Like you have like a second string quarterback in there, right? And they're playing with people that's mainly trying to make the team. They're not even they're trying to make the 53-man roster. So you'll have like somebody that go up there and light it up against some guys that's going to be fucking changing tires next week or bagging groceries. And people going to face, oh man, y'all gonna be y'all this quarterback better than the other one. And you know what? A lot of that comes from your fan base.
Okay, you know what?
It's y'all have officially overtaken Dallas as probably the most annoying football fan base like actually, ever.
Oh, I think we are.
And I think this is why I was having a conversation with Merv. This is when y'all bust your cherry and finally won a Super Bowl. He couldn't understand why I was going for the he couldn't understand why I was going for the Patriots. And I was like, Merv, I know a lot of, first of all, Philly's in our division. And I know a lot of people from Philadelphia. I don't need them motherfuckers to win no Super Bowl, bro. I need them to stay virgins. But of course, it was everybody against the vast majority is gonna root against the Patriots because some like Kevin Hart say, Cat Williams said, motherfuckers can't stand a winner. And people literally started hating on the Patriots exclusively because they always won. I just wanted to get that out the way. So all you motherfuckers out there that's posting shit on my timeline and and coming to me about my team after 2 preseason games, fuck you first and foremost. Merv, I know Merv like that because I'm just getting raw with it. Fuck you. Get off my timeline. Don't talk to me until a game that actually fucking counts comes on. And that's all I got to say about that.
If I may respond. So as an Eagles fan, as a daughter of a man who, was here to see 1960, got his heart broken 1980. We both got our hearts broken in 2004, and we finally was on the phone crying with hardly, a voice in 2017. Like, just let me have my joy. However, because my dad has been a long-suffering Eagles fan, he is very patient, and I am very patient. I don't get hyped when we lose when we win one game. Oh, we're going to the Super Bowl.
I can respect all of that. I want you to know that I can respect all of that. That because that's touching. I'm not even being funny. I mean, to win a Super Bowl for the first time, it's special. I still remember when Washington first won a Super Bowl. I couldn't drink or do no shit like that. I mean, I was like 11 years old. Let's either hit it was 30 fucking years ago. But it was special though. And I think that's where lies my frustration with my team, whereas they haven't done anything for me in about absolutely, Merv. You're absolutely right. Mark's one of those fans. There's a couple others that I'm not going to give no fucking publicity on this platform. But they know what the fuck they are, and they know it's fuck you in advance. I think they know these things. So
you and your brother are a mess during football season, and it is hilarious. I love the football shenanigans. I live for it. Also, fuck the Commanders. That weird ass name.
Well, I'm not going to call them that. I don't even think I've called them that yet. I just say Washington. I can't. I like the jerseys. I like the color scheme and all that shit. But I mean, out of all the things you can say, there's another one. Another fucking annoying ass Eagle fan. Welcome to the pod, Tazon. My bad. It's gonna be one of them nights. So buckle up, motherfuckers. It's gonna be one of those nights. Anybody, absolutely anybody can get it. So tread carefully. I'm breaking. I'm consider me fucking Merv for this pod. How about that? How about that? No, I taking it that far.
I'm about to say you identify as Merv tonight. Okay. All right. Musax.
Right.
Break out the rock gut.
I'm coming at everybody's neck
Oh
tonight.
my
Everybody's
Hat
neck.
is turning
Anybody
into
can get it.
nerve.
So
That's funny.
what we watching? What we watching, Nick? I'm gonna go ahead and let you take that one because I know you're bursting with enthusiasm and all that shit.
Hey, la 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 la. You're supposed to have the background vocals, Stacks. La 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 la. Anyway,
I would turn on the sound, but I don't want to steal Merv's copyright strike thunder, you know. So I would turn on the sound back there, but I'm not gonna do that. But
only Merv gets us clip for the music.
The House of the Dragon premiered last night. And Game of Thrones fans everywhere just stopped what the fuck they were doing, and we were locked in at 8 o'clock.
Yeah, we were like creaming our jeans.
Jesus Christ.
Was it moist?
Hey, clutches pearls on this motherfucker.
I got a little moist when I heard that theme song. I'm not gonna lie. I think I blew my gasket when she said Dracarys.
Say again?
Dracarys.
Yo, I'm here to tell you. The anticipation and the level of excitement. I gotta admit, I watched that shit yesterday morning on the little app. Like I just couldn't wait. I couldn't wait. And I watched it again though. I didn't want to. I'm not one of them motherfuckers. Don't you can't? It seems like you have some people out there that's in a rush to watch shit because they can watch it early, just so they can spill the fucking beans.
That's me.
These people need to be. They need to hear the words Dracarys. That's what the fuck they need. They need to be burnt the fuck up early. So, what did you think of the? Let's. We're not gonna go do a deep dive, of course, because Merv and Tazon, Tizon. I hear y'all call them several things. I need confirmation of identity. Is it Tazon or Tizon? Somebody tell me something. I've heard y'all say both.
Well, Merv and Tay or Ty, can we claimed that show like our last show, so I'm sorry they're going to talk about Raising Canaan.
Right.
Okay,
but,
so
I was so like that last season of Game of Thrones was just shit. Oh my god. And I was just hoping that they would have the budget for the dragons. And to see that humongous dragon and the saddle on the dragon, I was like, oh my god, they're for real. It just, you know what I mean? Just like little details like that. It's like, oh my god, we're like, they're for real. The costumes, the red and black, like they really are bringing fire and blood, which is the house words.
I will say that even though I don't watch this show, when I do see it, if I'm scrolling wherever and I do see, because I am, theater based or television production based, I do look at that part. And I will say, like, the costumes be crazy. Even with there's another show that's out there. They had a red scene at the end. I forget what it was, but a lot of those shows, even though I don't watch them, they do look like they would be good if I was into that kind of thing.
I think what I got away from the prequel. I mean, and this is the prequel, Becca. Game of Thrones was like 6 seasons. They gave us so much for the first 5, and it's like it was 7.
Yeah.
See, even if I wanted to start watching it, 7 seasons is like 7 years to me. So it would be too much for me to watch. So I'm gonna just let my kids go, y'all.
Nah, do you like fantasy shows or movies?
Do I do what?
Fantasy shows and movies? Lord of the Rings?
Well, see, Becca, I'm not even one of those guys, but I got hooked. I got hooked with Game of Thrones, and correction, 7 seasons. But they gave us so much those first 6 seasons, and the final season was just rushed. A lot of us wasn't happy how it ended. Not because of the way it ended. It just seemed like they were trying to get it out of the way. Mm-hmm. So, fortunately, the prequel is going to be like set 200 years before the events that happened, in Game of Thrones. My
That
first
sounds
take
like
is what.
history to me, and that was not my class in school history. I can't do it.
Yeah.
Sometimes it'd be just the imagery. Like for me, it'd be the images. Like a lot of the times, it's not even just like the storyline because, again, I'm in theater and TV, so I can get a storyline. But it's sometimes it's the imagery. Like if it looks a little too scary, or if I'm gonna see it at night and I can't sleep, I just don't watch it. That's why I stopped watching horror movies like over 10 years ago. It's certain things, my mind picks up on those images and don't let them go.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
I'll be
Too
sleeping
old.
and I would just see a crazy image,
yeah.
like that image of Freddy Krueger with the blood on the ceiling. I can't get that out of my mind.
That is, you too old to be
If
scared
I
of
could
scary
draw,
movies, yo.
or if
No,
I
Cousin.
no,
could
no. No. Stacks. Some of that's The Conjuring. Like I only watch those early in the day
I can't. It's certain things like
with
I
the
would just be
lights on
tucked under
and
the
like
bed, like
everything.
it's yeah. And I'm gonna be 42 in a month and a half. I am too old to be scared of some fake ass doll or some stuff that's not real. Which to me it boggles my mind because let's say I did become like a full if I did go to Hollywood like I had planned to and really fulfill my degree, and I got a movie, to play a role to play in a horror film that was giving me the bag, would I be able to kind of suck it up and just do it, even though I know it's fake? Like I saw the making of Thriller and still cannot watch the video.
I ain't gonna lie, I was definitely scared of that shit back in the day when I was
Thriller
little. I ain't
scared
gonna
the
lie.
shit out of me.
I love Michael Jackson, but I really didn't appreciate Thriller until I really got like in the middle school. But that I was definitely afraid of that shit when I was little.
Yeah,
I
and
don't
I
know
see,
what I
and
was
I
scared
seen
as
him
fuck.
make it. Like I know the mask is fake. I seen him when they said, "Okay, cut," and I see him take it off and smile and all of that, and I still cannot watch it. So, but I know Game of Thrones watchers are like Power. Like those of us that back in the day with Ghosts and how we used to watch Power at like Saturday at midnight. If by Saturday, Sunday morning, if you didn't watch it, you was a loser. So just stay off of social media because all of us was definitely going to spoil it. So so y'all Game of Throners are
Yeah,
hardcore like LeBron fans. Like
yeah.
that's what
And some people live the fucking just. I'm the first one to watch it. I'm gonna talk about it regardless.
Yeah,
Fuck
no.
that.
Whack.
Yes.
Well, and then these are the
Yeah.
motherfuckers that kind of forced me to start watching stuff. Or the reason I watched that shit when I woke up this morning? One, because I was very excited. But I knew it was going to be some dickhead out there that said, you know what? I'm going to go ahead and watch it. And I want the entire social media, I want the entire planet to know that I watched it. And I'm going to fucking spoil it for everybody. Hey,
Yes.
yo, kill yourself. We don't condone suicide, but yeah, you in particular, you need to be not on this earth. I'm sorry. That's just foul. I'm sorry.
I'm sorry. Like as soon as I watch it, I even though I have HBO Max, I wait until actually I waited till 10 o'clock last night to watch it. And I surely did get on social media and talk about it.
Yeah, I don't even really do it like that after the fact. Let's see what Ingrid talking about. Ran the first season of Social Boy. I was like, damn, I play you dead. Hey, that was very intriguing. Hey, Ingrid, keep going. Keep going. See if you can get that CIA guy that lives with you to watch Game of Thrones as well.
Yeah, see, and for 7 seasons, that would take so much time for me to catch up. I'm
So
good.
so worth it. Matter of fact, put in vacation. It'll be worth it.
Now, if we was early in the pandemic and I had nothing but time, maybe. But I'll
Early in the pandemic, Tiger King. That's
I
what
know.
we all watched.
Get Stimmy season back. I miss Stimmy season. Oh man, I miss it so
too.
much.
Yeah,
I need it.
Yeah.
But yeah, looking forward to episode 2.
Yes.
Mervin Tazon are going to talk about this more in depth tomorrow. On the Mervin Tazon show, they're going to review this as well as Power. What is that book? Is that book 3? Book 3, Raising Canaan. They're going to review that and Raising Canaan. Go check them out.
That's probably gonna be 3 hours.
Let's go. Let's move right along to our next. I ain't did no pictures, man. People. And by the way, my bad. Shout out to our people out there at One Mile High Radio. I'm leaving folks out and all that stuff, and those out they rock with us. We hear y'all out there. We
Hootie
hope y'all
hoo!
hear.
Shout us out.
Okay, so just recently, D Wade filed a motion to change his transgender daughter Zaya's gender and name. I don't know why I'm having this pause right now, but
It's a pregnant
yeah,
pause, they call it.
no,
Yeah, yeah.
You got to stop. Think about it.
hey, I'm not even gonna lie to you, man. I don't really bother with people with too much what they do with their damn kids. So I don't have much of an opinion on it, really. Um, yeah, I don't have that much of an opinion on it. I mean, because I'm all about letting people live how they want to live. I mean, people. I know most people have differing type opinions because it involves a child. But I think all that shit is left up to the child and the parents, whichever way they want to run their household. I know that some parents, especially today's parents, they give their kids a lot of leeway and insight on certain things. Which I mean, like I say, it's a household by household basis to me. I mean, I'm not gonna run my household the same way that Nick runs hers or the same way Becca runs hers. So I mean, I don't have much of an opinion on the matter. That's my take on it.
Well, please come run my household for a little bit. My kids don't listen. They don't do their chores, and I'm
Nah, I
quite
beat
sure.
ass. You wouldn't want me to run your household because I beat ass. That's how I get the most.
Yeah. Well,
I'm
please
old
come.
school.
But so I have a cousin, um, and they were assigned female when they were born, and but from the time that we were kids and we were playing, they weren't like the rest of us. You know what I mean? Like some of the things that they would say, like when we would, you play house and all that stuff, they always wanted to be the boy. They were always the dad. If we're playing like, house with the dolls, they were always the dad. And so, you watch and as we grow up, we were growing up in like middle school and like high school. It they went through a goth phase, they went through a skater phase, they went through a you know a I don't even know what kind of they went through like all of these phases,
Mm-hmm.
and so then in adulthood they came out as gay, well, lesbian. And it was like, okay, I mean, we knew, what I'm saying, um
Mm-hmm.
but they were still like trying to find themselves, and you could just what it looks like, you know what I mean, when a person is
Right.
like doing
Right.
this and then doing that, you know what I'm saying. And so
And how old were they? Still trying to find themselves.
um probably like 20s and 30s.
Grown. Okay, grown ass people. Okay, because we do want to go on record that D Wade's child is a child, like 12, right?
Oh yeah,
12 or
no, no, no.
14.
No, so I'm
Okay.
talking, when I first started the story, I'm talking about elementary school
Oh, okay.
with the
But what I'm saying is
with
that
the
they was
dolls
in
and
their
stuff.
20s and 30s still trying to find themselves.
Yeah.
Okay, because they make it seem like this particular child already knows themselves and
I
their
think,
child.
well, so here's the thing. I think that my cousin, you know, I think that he knew from early that, that he, you know, is not the gender that he was assigned. Um, I mean, because like I'm saying, he always wanted to be the dad. He was never the mom. He was always the dad. And, he would just, and I think that going through all of them phases, because my my family, they are, they grew up Jehovah Witness. My Grammy still was, till she passed on. And, you know, my family, like many, are conservative about certain things. And so to come out and like, I've known that I like girls
Mm-hmm.
from young. I've
Mm-hmm.
only recently come out, and so I'm glad that Zaya has that support. so that they don't have to, you know, go, so they don't have to like work so hard to not be who they are, or so that she doesn't have to work so hard to not be who she is, like my cousin did.
Well, I can agree with that. I'll start because I have a hot take on this. I know I have an unpopular opinion on this. I'm going to start by saying it is a blessing to have supportive parents at a young age when you are still trying to find yourself, that you have you have parents that are willing to ride out with you and not force you into something that you may or may not want. So
Hmm.
if that's, and every child would love that, and there are some adults that can go back into their childhood and wish they had that. So I'll start there. It is a blessing to have supportive parents. On the other side of that, when I heard this story, my first thought was, where is this child's biological mother? Right? Why is Gabrielle Union the face of this damn family and this whole transgender and being Zaya's damn cheerleader and background? First of all, as a mother, there is not nan thing that you could do with my child that I'm not going to be part of, regardless of whatever. Not to mention that this man done had a side baby on her to begin with. So she's already dealing with a lot of kids from her husband's sperm that ain't hers. Right? So she's already dealing with all of that and trying to be the super stepmom or super mom or bonus mom, whatever the fuck she calls herself. She's doing too much. This particular child and what this child wants to do with their life is very big, especially in this day and age. And the fact, what bothered me most about this story in this article was that Dwayne Wade said, as a courtesy, he let Zaya's biological mom know what was happening. No, nigga, ain't no damn courtesy. I'm still that child's mother. Regardless of you and Gabby is all up and through Instagram as Mark Zuckerberg's blue apps showing my child around does not mean that you can give me a courtesy about what's happening with my child. I'm not sure how much they cut the check and how much they pay her to get her so quiet. But as a mother, my first thought was, I've been looking at Gabby's side eye for quite a while. It's no way in goddamn hell that she would allow this to happen to Kavya if it was the other way around. If she got with a man and ended up breaking up with him and was silent about her own child and was and not able to input what happened with this child's life, she would be pissed off. So as a mother, what Gabrielle should do is make sure that Zaya's biological mom is still in the mix of the decisions and not be so face front and everything, trying to be the damn super mom, writing books and shit about how you eat this man ass and kept him after he had a side baby on you. This is what I think. When I first heard this story, it had nothing to do with Zaya. My first thought was, Gabby, what are you doing, Gabrielle Union? Not allowing this man to just go ahead and do whatever with this child and just say as a courtesy you'll let the biological mother know? You're bugging. And not to forget that this is a child. People change their mind. Just like the story you just gave, Nick, of people in their 20s and 30s, 40s, just now being able to be themselves. It is a blessing to be able to say, I'm not sure what I want to do, but whatever I want to do, I know my mom and dad will be there. That's great. But at some point, you still have to step in and not just allow your child to make every single decision and mistake that they want without stopping them and giving some actually parental guidance. It feels like Zaya is running the two of them in circles. Like, where is the mother and the father and the parentals to say, wait a second, let's really think about this? Because if you do change that child's gender from male to female, then the question comes is are you going to do a surgery? And if you're not, then you will technically still be transgender, no matter what you feel like you want to be called. You're a female with a penis, transgender. That's what the actual name is. And instead of confusing people even more and doing all this paperwork, just think about it for a second. Because if Zaya does change their mind later, what you gonna do? Go back to being something? Because this is a child, and people change their minds all the time.
I get
That part just really pissed me off as a
Well,
I
mother.
get
to be clear, Zaya's not on hormones. Um,
Right.
so it's it's paperwork. They are following their doctor's advice, you know, by not having hormone, at a certain, before a certain age and all of that. Um, but when I read the article and I saw that courtesy thing, I Googled because I was like, wow, where's the mom? Like I remember like hearing like, stuff way back. But
She's
I
been paid
did
into
but
silence.
I
She's
do
disappeared.
yeah, so I did but I saw like in an article 2020 um she was on her radio show and she referred to Zaya as her son. Um so I don't know how she feels 2 years later, but back in 2020 that's how she felt.
I see both sides. I see what you're saying. Uh, Becca, I got a. Here's the deal. When we all were growing up, we knew somebody that identify as a different sex than they were born as.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, I think it's kind of important. I don't know. I don't know if there's like a specific age that everybody can agree on, but I think for inclusion purposes and things of that nature, I think it's very important for um for to have that support. Now, like I said, but it's a slippery slope because I mean, at what age would be an appropriate age, you know, to make that decision? I think it's on a parent by parent, case by case type basis.
Yeah.
Because what happens is you get a lot of suicides and things of and things of that nature
Yeah, yeah.
when it comes to youth struggling with their sexual identity and things of that nature, and that's one of the main reasons why it's been pushed so much to whereas it's for as far as inclusion. Now, what I will say as well, overall, like you have people that always make that comment, like as far as it's an agenda, it's they're just trying to throw it in everybody's faces. Uh, that's the same. Those are the same type of arguments that was being made during the '60s when desegregation was going on, and when they
Right.
started showing as far as black and white people like being couples and stuff like that because you can get killed and even during the time where we were growing up that wasn't widely accepted in the early 80s and stuff like that. You had like I was just watching the Derek Jeter documentary. His mother couldn't even put up a work picture. Like they come to her house, I mean they come to her desk and be like, what are you doing? Are you crazy? You need to take that down.
Hmm.
So I think these people need to be reminded, you know, that inclusion is very important. And you know, there's similar arguments when it comes to stuff like that, from desegregation to, you know, Pride Month and things of that nature. So I just hope, for me, I just hope that the kid is happy and the kid is healthy, and the parents are doing whatever they think is the right thing is for their kid. I do get the argument as far as the biological mom and all that stuff. A matter of fact, I would love to hear her take on that. I haven't heard
I would
anything.
too.
I haven't heard anything from her. But yeah,
I just kind of feel like there needs to be, even though the support is beautiful, I still think that there needs to be um just pump the brakes on being so showy about it, right? It seems like all of this publicity is really for Dwayne Wade and Gabrielle Union. That's what it feels like to me. It feels very performative. It feels like
I
every
agree. I
time
agree
this
with that.
child sneezes, it's got to be in the news. And the whole thing of I want to do this, and it leads to so many other in so many other conversations that people who are in the community and outside of it have questions about. It just leads to so much, and I really wish that for the sake of that they will understand privacy, right? Privacy. Zaya is still a child. And yes, they kind of want to show that it is possible for a young child to make these sound decisions and have supportive parents. So for the optics, I get that part. But it seems very like, okay, action. and all we see is Gabrielle in these pictures with Zaya and posting these TikToks. It just seems like, girl, sit the fuck down. Just be a parent. All of this extra Broadway shit you're doing on the gram is pointless. It looks like it's for show.
I don't follow them, but there's this show, I Am Jazz, where I forget, it's been on for a while. It's a
I heard about that.
show.
T.S. Madison was on there.
Pardon?
T.S. Madison was on that show.
Oh, okay.
Mhm.
So you know, and I think that was a really good I think that was really good for trans children. Thankfully her parents, you know, have been very supportive. They said that that they knew when she was 3, and when she speaks, she said that she's known since she was like really little, that, you know, that she was a girl. And I like I said, I don't follow them, you know what I mean? But I
Yeah.
do know that at when I was a kid, if I would have, there was a girl that was out in high school. This is like in the 90s. And I mean, people made her so like, oh, you're so dirty. Oh, you do this, you do that. Da, 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 da.
Yeah.
Like, you know, I wish that like that kind of stuff was normalized when I was a kid. You know?
Yeah, but I Am Jazz is also white. So it's definitely different being white transgender than being black transgender. Very different. Black people in the community are treated way differently than white people are. That's the reason why Bruce can wear a fucking dress and still look and sound like Bruce.
So that's
And
why
it'd be okay.
beautiful.
But if a black
that-
person was to do that, it would not be okay. So I Am Jazz is good as far as representation for a child, a transgender child, and what goes through their mind. But I Am Jazz is also white. So
And Zaya is also black, and so that's why it's good that she is, you know, that she is
another representative. Yeah, I get that point. I do get. I just wish they would stop acting like they're on stage and do it for real.
All right, let's head to our next segment, and I like this one, the accountability alert. Y'all know me, man. Some people think I'm an asshole because I'm really big on accountability.
You are,
And
Stats, the biggest
I
one in the
call
world.
people. I mean, even on myself, I'm very to think that I just go out there saying, you know, you need to hold yourself accountable.
No, you're not. I'm just messing with you.
I want to start here. We're gonna look at this one video first. We have 2.
Stand by. Stand by you. Okay. That's like it.
Okay, so let's unpack this. Okay, y'all seen the little dog shows that they got, and those dog shows they're so I forgot the name of them, but they're they're well publicized. They be on ESPN, and
I love dog shows.
this was one of these little dog shows. Apparently, the guy who got this dog, he stole this dog. So I think we all know that these dogs that be in these dog shows are highly trained for like years or whatever, and they're really in tune with their trainers and their masters and things of that nature. So I know shit was going off the rails as soon as the dog failed to fucking jump across that first barrier. That's for one. So me personally, I was already saying like, okay, this ain't that motherfucker dog. So when the dog latches on to the motherfucker wrist or whatever, and he's like sitting there like he knows the dog, trying to like stop the dog from damn biting his wrist off. The dog was like, all right, I got something for you because I don't know you like that, dude. So he starts trying to damn shit. I guess the dog thought dude was puppy child because that dog, he had to get that dog up off his ass really quick. You know what? I was thinking the same thing, Gringo. When I first saw the fucking video, I'm like, okay, that's a Rottweiler. So first of all, why the fuck is a Rottweiler in a fucking dog show. That's unprecedented. I ain't never seen
I've
no
never
shit like
seen
that
one.
before. So
Yeah.
I mean,
Put a pit
I don't
in
know.
it.
Maybe y'all could tell me why the fuck this dude did this.
Maybe for the money. It looked like he stole the dog to put the dog in the show for money.
Yeah.
But I mean, you can't just go steal random dogs and put them in dog shows and think that that dog is not going to know that you're not its owner and bark and bite you. Like this is what I'm talking about. Like, come on now.
White Lion, but is he talking about them brothers or whatever that used to do the magic show? And the White Lion like
that's funny.
Attack the one. Trey, you are not right.
Idiot.
See, this is the type of motherfucker to probably find the real owner of the dog and try to sue them for fucking for the dog biting him when he stole the damn dog.
Yeah, either way, he gonna try to make money off that dog.
Yeah, because that's what folks tend to do. You know what I'm saying? But this next one is now. Before I go over this next one, what I will tell you is that what I ended up finding out after the fact, this was a troll. This guy was a troll. So this is kind of sort of not real, but it is extremely funny.
Okay.
I'm gonna play the next video.
Wait, excuse me. You said your name was Alex Stein?
Yes.
Okay, thank you.
What I'm saying is these casinos give people free drinks and then they become vulnerable and then end up gambling more money than they have.
Yeah.
And I was a victim of that. And I lost a lot of money. And I'm facing a lot of issues right now. My wife's boyfriend recently got her pregnant. And I'm here for a church event speaking for, I'm a member of the Church of Scientology. And I don't normally drink. But I'm very vulnerable. I'm in a position now where I don't know what I'm going to do because financially I'm going to have to take care of this baby potentially because he's out on parole right now, and he has an upcoming case where he could be facing a long time in jail. So potentially, I'm going to have to financially support this baby, and I come to Las Vegas for a work event, and I get fed alcohol, and I get entirely way too intoxicated. I go to the ATM, I use my credit card. They make it very accessible to be able to gamble with my credit card. You know this, Mayor Goodman. They make it absolutely incredibly accessible, Councilman, to be able to take all I have. And now I got to go back to Clearwater, Florida, and I have nothing. So after this, after I start drinking, I'm very distraught. And the one good thing about this city, I will say, the one good thing is, of all the cities I've been to, it's the first city. Last night at 4 a.m., I saw multiple people on Fremont Street taking the vaccine. That's the only place I've seen a 24/7 vaccine operation in the United States of America, and that's here in Las Vegas. I saw lots of people on Fremont Street doing the vaccine, and I want to commend you the one thing. But the vulnerability of the tourists that come here, like myself, you're preying on people like me. And then I end up meeting a nice Filipino girl. I take her back to my hotel room. Come to find out, I cost money for her service to come to my room. Mayor Goodman. I end up having a good time. We start kissing. We take off our clothes. She has male genitalia. She's a transgender. Mayor Goodman.
Excuse me. We're in a public venue, and I think.
What happened? So listen, I'm at a meeting.
Please, excuse me, could you please be calm and whatever?
You guys are preying on me, Mayor. You know, when I'm out there, I'm vulnerable.
Look here. I know it's a lot to unpack, but I think we all know people that at the beginning, I think he said something about you guys make it so easy for people to spend their money.
You make it easy for me to max out my credit card. You make it easy for me to have a transgender Filipino in my room. You are preying on people like that are like me. I am stupid, and you make it easy to be stupid here in Vegas. The nerve of you!
Hey,
wait, what? Tell me why you mad, son.
Hey, check this out. This individual went on a rant for 2 minutes and 20 seconds. I mean, I heard he's some guy that does this across the country. He'll go to city council meetings and he'll do stuff like this. So thank God this is probably satire, but I think we all know there are people out there that literally will go on a rant like that, and they will tell you step by step all of their struggles, everything that they've gone through, everything that they've been through. And during the course of the story, you'll be like, that's your fault. that's your fault. That's your fault. That's your fault
Yes.
too.
Yes.
And it's typically a domino effect in my opinion, because one poor decision, sometimes when you make one poor decision, it leads to the next poor decision, and then the next one after that, and then the next one after that. But yeah, and he said something about now I'm going to have to potentially support this baby. What do you mean you're going to have? No, you don't. It's not your kid. And you clearly stated it's. Yeah,
So the
but
transgender is pregnant. The
no,
Philippines.
no, 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 no. He was just the transgender don't have nothing to do with the
Oh, okay,
baby
okay.
and none of that. But he was saying at the beginning that his girlfriend got pregnant and now he has to take care of this kid because the dude is going to be going to jail, this, that, and the third. But even after I found out that it was like kind of like satire or whatever, I think it was very important to play that video, is simply because we do we all know at least one or two people like that. You know what I'm saying? And more
That are
often than
stupid
not,
on purpose.
I see it on social media a lot. When you got people that go out there and say, "Oh, I'm doing this. I got this struggle going on or whatever." Um, I know it doesn't matter at that point. Well, some people will say, "Well, it doesn't matter. Just give them some grace, things of that nature." But some people actively put themselves in these situations, and what
Yes.
they'll do, and they'll know it would be clear cut that they are the root cause of their issue, but they're going to search outward like, nah, this ain't my fault. I got to blame. I don't know if that's human nature. It sucks if it is. I mean, what is it?
People just stupid on purpose. People stupid on purpose and want to play the victim all the time. There's no way that you go to Vegas and not know what's going down in Vegas. We honeymooned in Vegas, and yes, there's a lot of gambling, a lot of women. There's a lot of things to get into in Vegas. You can also not go to Vegas if there's going to be so many things there to tempt you. Like, if you don't want your credit card to get ran through at the casino, don't go to the casino. If you don't want to be in a position where it's so easy, your surrounding makes it so easy for you to just do stupid things, then don't go there. It sounded like he might have been drunk and just probably wanted to just, do something crazy, but come on now. Like, you guys make it so easy. You prey on people like me. Okay, and your dumbass went. In words of Trey, that's unfortunate.
Yeah, I like this comment. People's idea of accountability is funny. They want the village to be quiet about how they live their life, and in the next breath is asking the village to fix it. I absolutely agree with that.
That's playing a victim. That's exactly what that is.
I think that it is. I think it's something that a lot of us have done, in our teens, 20s and stuff. But at some point, you do have to grow up and realize, hey, this is my shit. I gotta fix it. I got into this situation because of, because I didn't do A, B, and C, or because I did A, B, and C. Some things are just childish and not taking accountability of the things you do and the outcomes of the things that you do and so on and so forth. That's it. It's a childish mentality.
Well, yeah, I ain't never been like that. I'm just keep it band with you. I mean, age, regardless, I ain't never been on that type of time as far as looking outward and shit like that. So, but hey,
ain't no way.
Everybody can't be stacked. Hard work. Hard work.
Right. Got it. The prototype.
But yeah, that is going to be a piece that I keep going forward. Accountability. I'm the accountability police. What's good? Whoever you are, Facebook user. So let's go on to our next segment, and this is I'm gonna let Nick, you go ahead and take it away. Very superstitious.
Yay!
Writings on the wall.
Okay,
writing on the wall.
So it's a lot of things I think that like are universally black, such as not putting your purse on the floor, you know, not sweeping the feet. Because I know if you sweep my feet, I'm going off.
What's up,
But
hubby?
um, but I know that they do, you know, different things do vary by region. So stacks especially, because you know, being Geechee, I really am interested in like hearing about superstitions that you grew up with.
Superstitions that I grew up with.
Mm-hmm.
Most of the I think most of the ones that pertains to like the Geechee and all that stuff, that'd be more so to the south of me from Charleston. But some of the ones that I think that I don't even know if this is southern driven. I know my grandmother and mother, they had to have their house like spick and span on New Year's Eve. I think that's like a universal black thing,
Oh
right?
my goodness, yes.
Yes,
Like
absolutely.
you
And
couldn't
even
even
if it
come in
was
the
a
fucking
winter,
house or whatever. It was like it was wild. Like if you fuck around, you got to damn pretty much stay outside until midnight. To be fucking totally honest with you. But specifically to the south, and in my area, I don't.
I'm gonna block this person right here. It is a
I'm trying
Georgetown
to
tradition
think.
to eat pork rinds along with hot
I'm
sauce.
trying to think. That's definitely Sean.
That's definitely Strong J.
it is.
That's definitely Strong J.
That's definitely that dude, man.
So
I
I
don't know.
know.
I think he's
He has an agenda.
fixated on Georgetown. I think that's what it is. I'm gonna take him down there, man, so we can see how it is.
Right. Look at this. Look at this. Lies.
The lies he
Lies.
tell.
This is
But
not true.
I'm honestly trying to think. I mean, splitting the pole, that one is universal as well. I don't think we
Yeah.
have no.
Did y'all grow up with a broom on like
Uh,
a broom on like a straw broom on the back of your
oh
like in
yeah,
the
you gotta have that. Absolutely. Like, Rika might can bring some out because I really.
There's a couple of them. Step on a crack, break your mother's back. I remember that one.
That's one of those universal ones. Well,
Um,
black.
when
I
your
do
hand is
believe
itching,
that one though. Now that I do believe.
the hand itching,
Mm-hmm.
your hand is itching. You're supposed to get some money.
Mm-hmm.
The
Uh,
dreaming about fish, is that shit true as well?
about being pregnant. I don't
Yeah,
know.
that shit. The fish shit. It's fish shit.
I, one thing that I thought was absolutely true. I thought that it was gospel, but apparently it's just like it's not true. Is girls carrying high, boys carrying low. When you know when a woman is pregnant, I actually thought that was 100% true. I would see
It isn't.
somebody carrying low. I'd be like, oh, okay, you having a boy. I didn't
Nah,
know that was not like I don't know. I thought that came straight from the doctor.
Now
you know
I
what?
will say this. I
Go
will say
ahead.
this isn't a superstition, but down there in Georgetown, they got this tea, right? I think it's illegal to even get it anymore, but it's called Life Everlasting Tea. I don't know if you ever heard that shit.
I've heard of that tea.
Of course you have. You
I've
probably heard it. You probably heard it when you've been down south. Anyway,
Yeah,
so
from your
this is
mom. Your
this
mom
tea.
told
I,
me.
I guess they grow. I don't even know what's the rhyme one, but you go out to a fucking field and apparently pick these plants or
Yeah,
whatever.
yeah.
You can't do it no more. I know that's what that was my grandmother's cure all. Like whatever you had, I honestly think that probably would have cured coronavirus right off top, because when we had, and it was just fucking, it was like drinking fucking swamp water. You like soak the little branches or whatever the fuck it is it was. Sharika know what the fuck I'm talking about, and you could be dog sick the next morning. Hey, you on point for the nation. You good to go.
Why
Some
good
of
to
these
go.
are crazy. Like in the comments, you guys are writing some. So Tina says, if you come in the house after 12 a.m. walking backwards so Duppy don't follow you in your home.
I
Jay says,
ain't never heard of that shit.
I've never heard that. That might be a West Indian thing.
Mm.
Don't sweep dirt straight out the door. Sweep it at an angle.
I think I have heard of that one.
Rika
I have
says
heard
we
of that.
can open an umbrella in the house. I still don't do that, Rika. I don't know why. I just don't
Yeah,
do
you
that.
can't do that shit now. Yeah, that's.
Yeah, I don't open an umbrella inside the house. Don't sleep directly on your stomach to avoid a witch riding your back.
That is true.
You know what? You know what? Tino, you know what?
I don't want the hag
You
riding.
talking about that damn hag? I ain't know if anybody ever had a hag ride them, but I think that's what the fuck Tina talking about. And I think they call it sleep paralysis. Y'all ever heard of that?
But
Yeah.
I think it is the hag.
It's definitely the hag.
Yes, where you wake up and you feel like somebody's on top of you.
Hey, I got a fix. It might not sound popular, but if you drink, are you doing any type of extracurricular activities? The hag ain't fuck with you. Like you get at least take a damn tequila shot if you don't want the hag fucking with you. But some of them hags be out of pocket. It's been a while for me, but those motherfuckers, man, them motherfuckers is too legit to quit. When you shake that motherfucker off one time, you got to damn shake the motherfucker off like 2 or 3 more times before you can get a good night of sleep. That's how it used to be for me. But the hag is not going to bother you if you're drinking.
Is that the reason why you drink before you go to sleep?
No, I don't drink every night.
Oh, okay.
But I don't know. I don't know if drugs and alcohol is the hags. Yeah, because I've heard from a little birdie that don't bother you either if you're smoking. But I'm just saying. I'm just saying that I've never had a night where I'm drinking and the hag got to me.
Somebody put
anybody got any type of fucking experience with the hag where they was able to stave off the hag? I mean, I know this. Rika probably know the fuck I'm talking about. That's why she laughing. The hag, y'all, you ever had a hag ride you back?
I have. It's the scariest thing in the world because you feel like
it's the worst. You
no, it's really scary because you feel like you're awake, and it's scary because you think about people who are actually paralyzed. You're awake, but you can't feel your limbs. So you, in your mind, you're telling your mind to move your arm, but your arm does not move. It is the most.
You never had this
in the world? Yes. It is.
Nick, you never had this?
No.
It is the fucking worst. Oh my god.
It's scary as hell.
Now,
it is so scary.
My son has a time or two, but yeah, no.
Yeah, Rika, you can't move at all. It's so scary.
I don't care who's denying the hag. It's a real fucking thing. I'm sorry.
No.
It is.
Real. It is real. But I'm scared. Please, hag, don't come in here.
Yeah,
and if somebody has a hag remedy, please let me know.
Hey, I have been trying to move. I've been yelling. I done cursed the fucking hag out. The hag is too legit to quit, man. Hey, but I be getting them. I be damn, winking my eyes and shit. I trying to move. I be getting the motherfucker off me eventually.
It's not only that you just can't move, but you feel like something is on top of you. You really feel
it's the worst.
You know
I cannot believe you never heard about this.
Said.
Yes.
Also, your son has gotten ridden before. Your son got the hag.
Yeah. You know what it feels like? Have you guys ever heard of weighted blankets?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So weighted blankets are supposed to help people with insomnia go to sleep.
Yeah.
To me, that's hag in a bag.
Yeah, I'm not fucking with the weight. You're right.
You're right.
I fuck with the weighted blanket.
No, thank you. I do not want this.
Yo, there is no such thing as a hag. Y'all need to stop this.
What's going on with this mask? Oh my! What a weirdo!
That was the hag.
What in the Kodak Black is fucking going? What just happened? What in the Kodak Black is going on right now?
That was the hag holding us down. That was the hag just now.
Yo, I don't understand. I don't understand why. Hey, check this out, man. I don't understand why he would come on here and say there's no thing as a hag. When you have people that experience a hag, you got people in the comments. Yeah, there is a hag.
It's a hag. Ingrid said it took her years to realize that sleep paralysis, you need to see a doctor for sleep apnea. Blood is not circulating right. That's what she said. The blood is not circulating right. Because the hag is on you, Ingrid. The hag tells your blood not to circulate.
This is where every
the hag was not on Ingrid. That was me. I was on her. Damn.
Hey.
What is going on right now?
sorry for everybody listening. There's a glitch in the system.
Hey yo, Nicole. You know what? And I trust Ingrid, but hey,
into the building.
I'm still gonna call the
real
hag. I'm
talk.
sorry.
Yo, we need Merv on here because Merv, I'm sure Merv have like 10 or 11 hags on him. So we need Merv on here to discuss that.
Why do
Merv
you have
has
a mask on, sir, in your house?
Was that really a rot?
Or like, are you about to
Merv-
rob somebody?
Hey, look, we doing role play. I'm about to go upstairs like I'm a robber.
What? Oh my God! Hey yo, check this out. This is a family show, man.
Run,
This is
Ingrid,
not.
run.
This is not the Wednesday. This is not the Wednesday show.
Yo, real talk. We need to get Merv on here, man. We need Merv to talk about the hags that he has on him currently, but he walks with it. So it's not holding him down. So I promise you he's good to go.
Lord have mercy.
All right, I'm out again.
I'm nervous. I'm wondering if I should hold my hands up because you don't look like some nefarious activities finna go on. But
Run. One more thing. What do y'all do?
Mercy, I knew a hag was riding that motherfucker. I would have been mad as fuck if I was getting a hag and he wasn't, because hag deserved to ride that motherfucker. See, he know all about the hag. Thank you, Merv. The hag is real as fuck.
Hag riding
The hag is real.
You can hear everything. But you
And
can't
Merv is the hag, yo.
Yeah, that.
Nah, a hag is
Going on, man?
A hag is very real. I don't care what y'all think. A hag is very real. If there is ever one that I would say I really do believe, is that one, because I've experienced it myself. It's just the craziest thing. And then it makes me think, when I see people in wheelchairs that actually can't move their limbs, and that's a constant feeling for them, it just I crumble, because I'm like, I know how that feeling is. So even if you fall asleep and your leg is tingling or your arm is tingling, it's like your leg fell asleep. Even that feeling feels crazy. So to wake up and be fully awake and can't feel your body, it's all like somebody is sitting on top of you and you can't move.
No.
You talk about you.
Nick,
That's when you play
Nick,
for a
I'm not hating, but I kind of wish you had this experience. I know that sounds horrible. That came out the wrong way. That came out the wrong way.
Don't you conjure that up on me.
But what is it when you trying to wake up? That's the damn hag, Tina. It got you too, didn't it? Goddamn hag got you too, huh, Tina? Hey, the hag like Ricky Fontaine. Goddamn hag got you too, huh? Yo.
Nah, hag is first.
Nick.
Hag was the first person. Mute Merv.
So listen. So one last thing: when y'all are combing your hair, or like when you get your hair cut, what do you do with it?
Huh?
Oh, I've heard of that. Don't leave the hair at the hair salon. When you cut your hair cut, take the hair with you. I've heard that.
I have a cast iron pan in my room, so that when my kids comb their hair or whatever, that we burn it.
Yeah, you're supposed to burn the hair.
You don't burn your hair or your nails.
Shit, maybe that's what's keeping the hag away in your house.
Yeah.
Cast iron today keeps the hag away.
Hold on, you're supposed to burn your hair?
Yeah, they say burn it. Yep, when you cut your hair, because people can take your hair and put the root on you.
Yeah.
I heard about the root, man. Like old boy said in Harlem Night, bury your drawers in the yard and can't leave the house for a week. Y'all talking about that? That type of root. You don't want to give it no Creole girl.
Look at this one. The root does exist. Yes, it does exist. Put the root on you. Yes.
Hey Sean, hey, you gotta quit playing, man. You know what, man? I'm gonna make sure. Let me. What am I?
They put the root.
I'm hag proof tonight, bro. I ain't fucking around.
Here we go.
He's hag free tonight.
Hold up. Wait a minute. Because Nick, you might be on to something here. Because this hag and the hair stuff might be connected. Now, so what you're saying is I need to ask my barber for my hair. You know what? I think that's breaking barbershop rules. I don't think I can honestly ask my barber for my hair and he agree to cut my hair again. I just don't think that's a thing. Well, I mean, Nick, how do you suggest I go about asking my barber for my hair? I mean, I think that would be weird for him.
I don't know how you're going to ask, but
hey,
do it.
Can you,
Help me out.
Can you collect my hair, or here, I'll sweep my hair up and put it in a bag, take it home and burn it.
So do I have to like burn it like Diamond was burning that shit on P Valley, like when he was doing that root shit? I mean, is there like some instructions or some shit I can see online? Because I don't like the hat.
Cast iron pan in my, I literally have a cast iron pan. We put the hair in it and and burn it, and our nail clippings.
Why is Sean so out of damn pocket, man?
And we don't throw our hair, like, if you have like a loose hair or something. Here goes a siren.
That's okay. We can still hear you,
listeners.
Let me start my hag prevention procedures.
Then my mom told me that if my hair, like if a hair, how like if you are like going through your hair, then the hair comes out, don't throw it out the window, because if a bird catches it, it'll put it in the nest and you'll go crazy, or else it'll come and peck your head and you'll go crazy.
Hold on, say it again. I need to hear that shit. Say it again.
You never heard of that?
No, I haven't heard. Say it again, please.
So, you know how like you might run your fingers through your hair, and then like how hair sheds.
Yeah.
So a hair, might come out. You're not supposed to, like, you just might be driving or walking. You're not supposed to just drive, do that, because if you do, then a bird might get it, make a nest, and you'll go crazy. Or a bird will come peck your head and you'll go crazy.
You talking about like how the eagle been pecking Jon Snow head after he killed the damn wildling on you talking about that kind of look, I'm not trying to be funny, but y'all talk about scary movies. This shit is scary. I don't want to hear no more. I honestly don't want to hear no more. Because, what?
You never heard that?
I haven't, and I'm scared shitless now. Now I got this shit and the hag to deal with. Thanks, Nick. Appreciate that.
Burn your hair. Burn your hair and nail clippings.
Tina says she glad she wear wigs. This ain't her problem.
Okay, so Sean is saying that no one has heard that. My family.
I've heard it now, and I'm definitely afraid of that shit now.
My family is from the Gulf Coast and Alabama, so I don't know if that's where. Well, no, Rika heard it.
Hey, Sean,
Rika from down by you.
I'm about to start going on posts where they use them old school clippers where they fuck up your hair and they suck the hair up into the fucking So you got barbers, because you got the clippers where the vacuum is like attached to that shit. So you have like so barbers could be considered like fucking witch doctors because they can take all the hair and like control like all of their fucking clients and shit like that. Have them come back and get haircuts when they don't even need the shit because they got the hair to make them do what the fuck they want. I'm just saying. I'm just spitballing here, but y'all know what I'm saying.
Rika, his mom told me about the life everlasting. So yeah, his mom know about all that.
I'm not asking nothing because I'm scared.
Why is the life everlasting illegal?
I have no idea because it cures black people. I don't know, but I know you just can't go out there and pick it like back in the day and just make a tea out of it. But that shit might taste.
They liken it to shrooms.
Hey, Nick, that shit might taste like Pennzoil, but it works like a fucking charm. It might taste like motor oil, but it works like a charm.
That's like that other medicine that my dad used to make me take.
Stuff usually
that tastes nasty like that. I forgot what it was. Oh man, if he's something he got from either Dot or Bernadine, maybe.
It might have been that damn tea.
No, not the tea. It's something else. It looks like castor oil, but it's not castor oil. It's something else. It's really, really nasty. Damn, I can't think of it. But yeah, so that's what we grew up on. It's southern superstitions, and it may or may not be real, but a part of me does want to try that life everlasting tea because
Rika said she ain't gonna get it.
Oh. Well, ain't you in Charlotte, Rika? We need to meet up then. I can get
Super
some.
Super five for the light everlasting tea.
Mail me some tea, Rika.
Yo,
Tina says she's gonna be messed up now. She heard it's hard to track strands of. Yeah, it's hard to keep tracks of strands of hair.
See what y'all did to Tina.
Thousands of strands of
Thank you. Hair. See, these are the things I want to remain ignorant about because now I'm gonna be worried about my fucking hair and shit. Damn.
See?
Damn. All right,
That's
let's get.
funny.
We have any more? Did we talk about anything else up north, like specific to up top? You know, the Philly got any damn superstitions?
So Philly itself, I don't know, but I grew up in Pennsylvania Dutch country, and so a popular meal, the New Year's meal is pork and sauerkraut. That's like, that comes from like the German heritage that is prevalent in central Pennsylvania.
But you know what else I do also? Like if anything that I order or that I buy, if like the total comes up to 666, I'll add something else to it.
Oh, absolutely. You got to do that. You got to.
Yeah. I won't do that. Yeah. If it's like 2666, whatever, like I'll buy something else. I do not want my total to be 666. I don't want anything like that at all. So yeah, those are a couple of, like, breaking a mirror. You're supposed to get 7 years of bad luck. I remember one time I broke a mirror. I was like, that's it. I'm gone. I'll be back in 7 years.
I used to believe the shit out of that when I was little. So I started breaking more and more mirrors. Yeah, I used to believe that shit about that 7 years bad luck.
Oh, with not wearing white after Labor Day. Tina says she don't want to know that. She's still gonna wear her white.
I do too, because religion. Like we wear white all year round.
Look at this idiot. Sean said you can't wear white after Labor Day because the birds are attracted to white. Shut up.
He is an idiot.
What's going on here?
Such an idiot.
Yo, hey. Any more superstition before we move on now?
Banging pots and pans. New Year's, banging pots and pans at midnight. When New Year's.
No, we just blicky, banging pots and pans. Shit, I ain't heard no pots and pans being bangs is basic.
Here go my husband. My husband talking about it's a Puerto Rican thing. All the Puerto Ricans he know do that at midnight. You married to a Puerto Rican? I ain't never do that.
I live in a black neighborhood and they do that.
Yes.
I heard the horn people were honking their horns. Banging their pots and stuff.
Yes. I've heard about that too. Rika said, what about eating spaghetti from a new chick you just started dating? I've heard not to eat spaghetti from a woman that's on her period. If she's on her period and makes spaghetti, don't eat it.
Yeah, my pops told me not to eat no spaghetti from no chick like that when I was young. I didn't know what that shit means.
I think that's one of the first things that they teach us.
See? Silver bells being rung to ward off evil spirits. Cooking collards and black-eyed peas for New Year's. Mm-hmm. Cooking or eating Hoppin' John and greens on New Year's Eve.
Mm-hmm.
Hoppin' John, black-eyed peas, same
Tina
thing.
said, I used to turn around and for black cat or red rice.
I thought it was Hoppin' John. The peas are coins. Gold, cornbread is the gold, and the greens is the paper money.
I don't know. You might be right. I just eat the shit because the shit is delicious. I mean, when they pick it. So,
he don't care.
You're probably absolutely right. I know. I've been fucking that shit.
I don't eat pork though, because
I'm so damn sorry to hear that. More for me.
These are supposed to be meals, because the pigs, they root, so they're supposed, they say that they dig up good luck.
That's why you don't eat pork?
No. I don't eat pork.
For other reasons, okay. Well, that means that there'll be more for Stacks and his cousin, his brother. Because they in the South eat it all. They just go put some Lowry's on it, and that's it.
Pretty damn much. So let's go into our
main topic.
Our main topic, and that's going to be
R&B.
You had something else you wanted to say, Nick?
Dead.
No.
Come on, y'all. Let's do it. You gotta
R&B
be a certain
Change.
age to know about this. Hold on. Hey.
Who's that?
I was listening.
Hey, real quick, turn that off. Real quick.
Come on now.
I was listening to that album the other day, and because Kev on Stage, he had said that Drew Hill, would that they could hold their own in the verses with Jodeci. And so I went back and I was listening. Drew Hill does have some really good songs. I do like them. But then I put on that Diary of a Madman.
That's the album.
I was like, yo,
that's the Jodeci album for me.
Like,
that's it for me.
Jodeci would wash Drew Hill.
Like they was like, oh no, y'all thought y'all knew us. Let us, let's really show you who we are. They fucking snapped on that album.
Yes, they did.
Oh my God.
Jodeci would wash Drew Hill, man.
They sure will.
I don't even think it'd be close.
It'll be the battles of the between Cisco and KC. And I'm Team KC.
The premise of this main topic is, as far as R&B, a lot of us, back in the 80s when we were, kids and stuff like that, used to always say, I remember my mother used to play that Betty White. Like the playlist was just
tonight is
was
the night.
Fantastic. It was just second to none. You get your Betty White, you get your
makeup for me.
Gerald Levert, you got your who else? Name some more.
Anita Baker, Karen White, Whitney Houston, Tamia, Teddy P.
Devo Bryson, Big Luther and Little Luther, Freddie Jackson.
Big Luther and Little Luther. That's the verses I want to see. Big Luther versus Little Luther. Who gonna do it?
So my thing is, okay, so I think that's more so 80s driven, and you go into the 90s. That's when you get with your Drew Hills, your Jodeci's, your Boys the Men. Absolutely, Tony. Like there were a bunch of groups out there and a bunch of male and female crooners. Brian McKnight. You got
Carl Thomas.
Carl Thomas. So absolutely. But it seemed like
112.
Absolutely. Seems like but to me, it seemed like it was a drop off at the turn of the century. A huge drop off, in my opinion. I mean, you still had some really good albums like at the turn of the century. I forgot when that 112. The 112 self-titled album came out. That was a really good
112 first album is a
but
112 first album.
Yeah, because I remember that remix coming out, and my sister was in college. So I think that was
112 first album. Oh Lord Jesus, we was too young to know what they was talking about, but my God, that album right there. What they know about Cupid? Come on now. Yes.
Very, very, very solid. So
now you got to be of a certain age to know about 112 first album.
So I'm sorry, go ahead, honey.
Go ahead. No, go ahead.
So I listened to the Tank album. Or do you want to get into that?
Yeah,
we can get into that now.
No. Okay, so Diddy and I'm never gonna call him Diddy, Puff Daddy and Jermaine Dupri want to, they're gonna have a versus, and it's just gonna be so epic. Like we're gonna hear some songs and it's gonna be like, yo, I forgot about that. Yo, that was the shit. You know, so that's why I'm really, really looking forward to it. That might be one of my favorite verses. Fuck around and but
Drew Hill versus Jodeci.
No, Puff versus Jermaine Dupri.
Oh well, they're supposed to be doing it, but there's a whole versus battle going on, so we shall see what happens.
That is probably going to hold up a lot.
Well,
with them suing. I'm sorry. Go ahead, Becca.
Well, that's what I was going to say. Like, there's a whole issue, Stacks. If you want me to go into that now, just let me know about the.
No, go ahead. Go ahead. Go ahead.
So, what's happening with Versus is, so for me, I feel like Versus has fell off, and there's a lot of people that have been wondering what's been happening to the Versus. So, Swizz and Tim are suing Triller for some money because, according to them, they still owe $28 million. Looking at the case, I had to go look to see exactly what's going on because That's a lot of money. But Triller has responded to them and saying that they have already been paid 50 million, and that the money, so the issue is not necessarily verses. The issue that Tim and Swizz are having with Triller is payout for other stuff. Triller is saying that part of the deal that they made was Tim and Swizz giving them a schedule for 2022. So now if you guys remember, there was a fake mock schedule that came out a while back where a lot of the dates said to be announced, or some of it
Yeah.
was blurred out or whatever. So
Yeah.
allegedly that was not a real schedule, right? That was just something so that they could present it to Triller to get the money, because part of the deal was you get a lump sum in the very beginning, and then you will get residual payments monthly or bi-monthly or quarterly or whatever after that, based on the verses that actually happened. There hasn't been a lot of verses lately because of whatever reasoning, right? Schedules, or people just not wanting to do it with this other person, or trying to figure out who's the best two people to put together, or whatever. So the schedule that Triller had requested from Tim and Swizz, they did not get an official real schedule. So Triller did not pay them. So that's what they're supposedly suing for, that they gave a schedule. Triller didn't like the schedule and chose not to pay. Triller is saying, nah, that fake ass schedule y'all put on Instagram where all that shit was blurred out, that's not a real schedule. So we need a real schedule, and then we can pay you the rest. They also got paid lump sums, and they got paid in stocks as well. So that 50 million may not actually be cash on hand. It may be stocks as well, which is why it's such a large amount of money. But I feel like the issue is versus doesn't hit the same like it used to.
Whoa, it does not.
It doesn't hit the same. And I think that it's kind of dwindling in this now, because it used to be just producers, then it changed to artists. It used to be just on Instagram, then it went to actually being live performances, which kind of changes it to like mini concerts.
Yeah.
And then what was happening is they made this deal with Triller, and then it used to be free. And then when you watch it on Triller, along with the boxing matches, which nobody wanted to damn see, right? Nobody wanted to see no boxing match right before versus. You had to pay for that. So people are not really paying for Triller like they thought it would, because it's on Instagram as well. It's also streamed on Twitch for a lot of people.
Yeah, I ain't never paying shit for no damn.
So it's free. So what they did with the last verses with I want to say it was Bone Thugs and somebody else, I forgot the name of it. I'm sorry, I'm drawing a blank. They did not
put on MJG.
I think so.
Somebody from down south.
Yes. So they did that versus only on Triller. It was not on IG. It was not on YouTube. It was not. So the only way that you could see it was to pay for Triller. So what they learned was that it wasn't equitable. Nobody really watched that versus because nobody was paying for Triller. Nobody was, even if it was only $2 a month, but nobody was paying to watch that. So that's why the talks became of, should we do Usher and Chris Brown? Should we do P. Diddy and JD? Should we do some of the bigger verses to get people to pay for Triller and watch it that way? But if you know technology, it's still going to be on YouTube for free, and people don't even watch it on their phones no more. They stream it on their TVs. No one sits with their phone and watches the verses like they used to. So,
hey, real quick, I got a special guest that's coming in here.
Oh Lord.
I have a special guest. It was hard to get this guy to come on.
Jesus.
See if we can get this guy on to help us take this whole thing home. Let me see. Well, we'll wait for that cat. We're gonna wait a little. And we're gonna continue our conversation,
Becca, because I didn't. And you're right; they really have fallen off. And then there was one that I was looking forward to. The Looney Tunes and DJ Nelson one. I was really, and it was horrible because it was like a pool party in the back of someone's house.
Yeah, and then they did it with the boxing matches. It just
Yeah,
wasn't.
it's
It was
gotten
whack.
really
And then they
weird.
started to do like this stupid DJ battle to try and find the versus official DJ. So they had the boxing, and then they had the DJ battle. So
Mm.
by the time the verses, and then a lot of them were
It
West
takes
Coast.
them
So by the
so
time
long
the
to
verses
start.
actually started, it was 11 o'clock at night for those of us who on the
Yes,
East Coast. Nobody was staying up to 2 a.m. to watch no damn verses when we could watch it the
no,
next day on YouTube. Right? Nobody was
100%.
doing that. So they really lost a lot of the smoke they had in the very beginning.
Hmm.
And thank you. It was Cypress Hill and Onyx that did this last
Sometimes,
verses that nobody watched, and they were mad because they were expecting the verses effect was supposed to revamp some of our
mm,
old artists, right? And I think that when I think Tim and Swizz got greedy with it, and
hmm,
they tried to make it more profitable, but it lost some of its original flavor in it,
hmm, hmm,
right? I would like for them to go back to producers. I would
hmm.
like to hear one producer and be like, "Oh, I didn't know he did that song," because the one with Jonte and Neo was the
Yeah,
bomb. The
it was.
one with T Pain and Lil Jon was
Yep,
amazing. It was even the one with Babyface and Teddy Riley, even though we had a
yep.
lot of technical issues, was good because you didn't realize how many songs that they did, and you was
I
able to
agree.
hear a lot of songs in one sitting. I mean, although we love our artists, we may not want to hear one song of them all night or like 40 songs in one night from two artists. So I would like for them to go back to the producers
Yeah,
or
yeah.
do a Spanish one. They never did a Spanish one. The reggae one
They
was the
no,
bomb.
they did. That was the Looney Tunes and DJ Nelson, and
Who
they
are no, I need Mark Anthony versus somebody like
no
J
Looney
Balvin.
Tunes.
Like give
They're
me
producers.
somebody.
No. They're
Who the fuck is
producers.
Looney
Like
Tunes?
if you heard
Exactly.
like Don Omar, if you heard Evie Queen, if you heard Weezy and Yandel, if you heard like I mean all of that 90s reggaeton, early 2000s reggaeton, they produced it, but they did it like so whack that
Trace versus
I mean, me personally, I would love to see a Don Omar and Tego Calderon versus. I think that would be dope.
So let
Listen,
me let me ask y'all
give
let me
me
ask y'all
Gloria
this real quick.
Estefan
And
versus
who was
somebody.
Mark Anthony? Who nobody can go up against Mark Anthony.
Give me Gloria Stefan versus somebody. Give me damn J Lo versus Ashanti. Shit, I don't know. They same two people. Like, give me. I need.
J-Lo is Ashanti.
This the
Neither
same
of them
person.
the same.
Like they can play the same songs. Like you know what I'm saying. I
So,
I would like for it to just go back to its original format.
No, I
Like
agree.
they
I
but
did too
agree.
much and they
let
messed
me
it up.
They really
let me
should have
ask you
just
this
kept
though:
it
Does
simple.
garner y'all think verses can still garner the same type of attention? Being on with the fact that we're back outside, like I mean, COVID's still out there, but I think for the most part, I didn't even say for the most part. I think just about all facets of society is going back to
Yeah.
Yeah.
living normal regardless. I mean, I don't even, to be perfectly honest with you, I don't even wear a mask like that no more. But I think a lot of it, y'all
That's
think any
one
of
of my
it's attributed
favorite
to the
ones.
fact that we back to
Man
going to
versus Bounty
concerts and
Killer,
back
that was
outside?
some shit.
I
Huh?
think so. I think the concept of them changing it to like a concert format, I think that was cool because it does feel like a concert and you kind of get two artists
Yeah.
at once. So that was fine. But all the business stuff in the background where they try to make it a deal with the boxing and then the DJ battle and even Tim and Swiss said that it started to become a lot because some of these artists started to get real big and wanted money and wanted this and wanted a rider and they were coming late and they were not respectful of the platform. So there was a lot of other issues that was going on besides just wanting to give us old school music
More.
in a different way. So even though it got a little bit political, I think that they could kind of reel it in a little bit and make it so that it's still concert based. Even though we're back outside, yes, people can buy tickets to see them live now, like just like how
Yeah.
D Nice does his quarantine live now. He does that like
Remember
old
when he did the 24-hour straight thing?
yes,
Oh,
I
that
remember
was
that.
Damn,
so
did he?
dope. He was
Yeah, he
having
did.
like I forget how many people was watching at the time, but that
It was
was
a couple 100,000 the first time he
yeah.
had that many people watching. It
And
got up
like
to like almost
Michelle
200K.
Obama was in there watching. You saw Oprah comment. It was
Yeah,
dope.
Yeah, that was dope.
Yeah. So to
It
answer
really
your
was.
question, Stacks, yes, if they do the concept of concert and kind of stop doing all the extra shit and just keep it simple, I think it could come
Yeah,
back.
that's the word, simple.
They just did too much and they ruined it.
Because
That's what I
nobody
think.
nobody wants to stay up until 11 at night for it to start on a Wednesday. Like,
Yeah.
come on.
Yeah.
Yeah, I ain't fucking with
And that
that.
Even
was
It
my
has
on
to
the
be
issue.
weird days, it takes so long to start.
the
Yeah,
It
that
only
was my issue.
verses.
I stopped
The
watching them a while
only
ago.
the only verses I'm losing sleep over during a weeknight is a verse that'll never happen, and that's a Nas Jay-Z versus. Other than that, nah,
Right.
I ain't
Or
even.
Usher. Yo, could you imagine a Nas versus Jay-Z versus?
Yeah, I mean,
um
I'm probably
Oh,
taking a
at the
vacation day for that
Barclays?
one.
At the Barclays?
I'm probably taking a
do you
vacation day
know
for
who's
that one.
gonna be there? Michelle Montano is gonna be at the Barclays next month. I'm so hyped.
Who?
That would be a versus that I would love to see. Um Jay-Z versus Nas, Usher
I mean,
versus
of course, it'll never happen. Jay-Z and
Right,
Nas to
it'll
me
never
are
happen.
too big for verses.
Usher versus Chris,
So
that'll never
baby
happen.
girl,
I would like to see P.
I'ma
Diddy
be
and
alright
and
tonight.
Jermaine Dupri.
Feel the shit.
They're talking about it, but I just don't think it's gonna happen. I don't see it
No,
happening with all the issues that they got going on with Trilla
I
and
think
Swiss and Timbo. I don't see it happening.
I
Yeah.
So
think they reached their height with Hattie LaBelle and Gladys Knight and Earth, Wind and
Yes.
Fire and the Isley Brothers.
yeah, that Earth,
I
Wind,
was
and Fire Ozzy Brothers shit was dope. That
You
I
know,
felt,
It was
man.
so
I'm trying to tell
good.
you. Only thing that was bad about that, Steve Harvey was talking way too fucking much. I mean, I'm sorry. Shut the fuck up and let them play music.
Steve Harvey was in his zone.
Yeah,
Shit.
he definitely was doing too much. He was
He
doing too much.
was.
But
And
I
I'm
do
sure
feel
he
like
knows them. So like just let him sing.
right, and I also feel like even with that, like when Puff said that R&B is dead, like these verses and all of this stuff brought back another nostalgic feeling when it came to
Yeah.
R&B. And I always joke about my playlist being stuck in the 90s, and I truly mean that. Everybody has, our parents could say, nah, the 60s and 70s music was the bomb. And I would be happy, I would be liable to agree with that because I'm a 90s music lover, and P. Diddy had R&B on lock, and a lot of the samples he used was from those old songs. He used Teddy P, Patti LaBelle,
Mm-hmm.
Anita Bae. He used all of these samples. So he made their songs over again, and it sounded good. So that's the kind, I think what P. Diddy meant when he said R&B is dead is the R&B that we grew up on, like Jodeci singing in the desert wearing leather. That's the R&B we miss. Where they was outside in the rain. Every
Good one.
R&B video was outside in the rain. Bring that back.
Yeah.
Where dude was begging, like
How could
he
you
said,
not take a dude back that's singing to you in the damn rain or in the desert with some leather pants? You gotta take the guy back. I mean, I think that should be some type of a law or whatever. Like,
It's
if you
Oh
got a
my
guy
God.
that's singing to you,
I saw a meme where about Donnell Jones when he told her, it said that he told her he didn't know where he wanted to be, and so then she moved on with a man. She moved on, and then he popped up in the window looking like the Candy Man. Talk about
yes.
DDD.
Yes, like we need that R&B music where he is begging. He is begging for her to come back. And she's just standing there like, I don't know. And he's on his knees like, please,
I
baby,
know you want
please.
to
so
leave me, but I refuse
Just
to
to
let
let
you
you
go.
go. Right.
and that, well, see, and that's the thing. I can kind of agree with. I can kind of agree with, the whole is R&B really dead. But I wanna talk about Tank's album first,
Mm.
because I think that will lead into our discussion as far as if R&B is really dead. Because, like y'all said, and I don't want to get into it right this minute. Like, we're talking about music before our time is timeless. All of the Temptations, Shy Lights,
Yes.
all of those groups
Yes.
and things. And that's when they didn't sing back then. They sang. They did not have
Yes.
no assists. Didn't have all that studio assists and all
Yeah.
that I would say dumb shit. But they those were singers. Those were crooners and shit like that. And
Yeah. Yeah.
I just don't think that we've seen a lot of that until, I'm not even gonna lie to you. Okay, let's talk about Tank. Tank released R&B Money on
Oh,
on this past Friday, and I will tell you, I posted on Facebook, man. There's gonna be a lot of people that that Memorial Day weekend 2023 plans is gonna be fucking ruined because there's a lot of people that's gonna be getting pregnant off of this album right here.
A lot of baby showers.
When you first dive into this album, I'm like, well damn, Tank, what the fuck you trying to do? Repopulate the fucking planet?
Yes,
I'm only giving one listen to it.
COVID. He trying to make sure everybody have more babies. So
and
you don't got to worry about abortions. People gonna be having their babies off of this Tank album.
I've only given it one listen, but the one listen I gave it to, it kind of took me back to, I would say at least late 90s. It sounded like an album that would be made back when R&B was still kind of relevant.
In the desert wearing leather. That's what that album is giving. It's giving desert leather. That's what it's giving. It's giving Carl Thomas Summer Rain. Rika, that song Slow with him and Jay Valentine, babe. Like,
hey yo, I'm trying to tell. I'll look at man, Tank. You about to. I'm about to say it's gonna be a rise in births next May. I'm next middle late May.
Yes.
Y'all, have you heard the album yet, Nick?
So I did. I'm not. I like my R&B to be romantic, not vulgar. Like, I don't want to hear it. Like, I was listening to the album, and then in the one song he's talking about he wants her to sit on his face. I don't want to hear that in an R&B song. I don't want to hear about eating ass, eating this, sucking that. I just want romance. Like, you can still, like, between the sheets. I like the way that you receive me. He's saying, yo, you can really take this dick. But he said it in a very nice, sweet, romantic way. Like, but however, there are a few songs that I like on this album. That's
I don't care about the sales, y'all. I know y'all talking about sales. I know y'all talking about the sales and all that shit. I don't care.
Yeah, I don't care about that. Their sales are low for a lot of
I don't care.
Who deserve better.
Yeah. And what's so good about this album is this album reminds me of back when, I'm gonna say it, I'm sorry, whatever. This was back in a time where R. Kelly kept dropping album after album after album, and it made you just want to fuck on somebody. Like, that's what this album really just gave that red light candles. And yes, it's vulgar. He says the F word a lot. He does say sit on my face, but the music is not like aggressive. It's more of a slow, and I think that's the R&B that people are talking about is dead. That slow. This
little family show. We don't talk about
family show.
We don't talk about sex like that on Mondays.
But it definitely gave a more loving, slow, romantic type of R&B. It wasn't the up-pace,
slow, like the music, it will put you in the mood.
Yeah.
My girlfriend will probably love it because she likes that nasty music. I'm sure she's gonna add this,
you know what, Nick? I'm sorry. Did you feel the same way when what's the name of it? Because there's a lot of chicks that was making some really nasty shit that's going filthy nasty, like y'all know Janae Aquino.
Rap be nasty,
No, you had R&B women in the last 5 years. Becky, you know them damn artists that make some of the women that making them straight sex empowered albums where they're just singing about just smashing dude and just rolling out. And they've been using all them key words.
Summer Walker.
Yes, absolutely. 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 Keep going.
You had
all of them.
Yeah.
And they've been nasty compared to what the homie Tank just did. Now, don't do that.
No.
Show some respect.
I don't like if you are going to talk about sex, do it in like a romantic way. You know what I mean? Like, don't say it like I want to fuck. I that's just me.
Becca, I feel like Merv right now. I'm so annoyed.
Like that song.
Yeah,
Like
this guy, though.
the Jasmine and Sullivan and the Shea Butter Baby song. I didn't like that. You know,
Oh, the song On It?
I didn't like that song.
Oh, okay, she's
I'm telling
definitely,
you, I don't
yeah.
care, man, woman, whatever. I want my R&B to be about romance.
She told that man, I want to sit on it.
You're being a Debbie Downer, and I don't like it.
No,
I'm not being a Debbie Downer.
I agree with Nick.
There's some really good.
I don't care. And we have a guest in the building. Kodak Black has joined us.
Y'all
my popular demand.
Give it up for Kodak Black.
He's been in parts unknown. There's a whole lot of stuff that's been redacted as far as his whereabouts. Don't ask no questions. You might come up missing. So you got the homie. I'm not even gonna mention his name because I don't want to get roped up. But he's in the building. How are you this evening, sir?
Mystery man.
I'm doing
Stop
fine.
putting the glasses like he's all sophisticated. Okay, that's what we doing. Right
I'm doing fine, good people. I'm doing fine. I'm just a man, so please, I don't want no extra stuff.
I can't hear you. Hey, like Ernestine said, the damn Lil Murder, take that shit off when you talking to me.
All right, yo, I don't want no extra stuff. I'm just stopping through. I like what you guys are doing. I love y'all little podcast thingy, whatever y'all want to call it. But no, I'm just stopping through. Haven't been out here for a while. So please, I don't want y'all to treat me different. I'm just a man. I'm just here to support as much as I possibly can to help you guys navigate this conversation. I know y'all don't know R&B like I do, or not know music like I
whatever.
do. So I'm here to give more balance to you guys' podcast if you have me. To help you out. I'm just kidding. I'm kidding. No, but for real.
It's you, Sean.
No, for real. I agree with Nick though, because although the Tank album is pretty solid, it's we comparing it to today's R&B landscape, and it's better than a lot of stuff that we've heard. And to Nick's point, you know, if you listen to Tank album, it's almost like he's trying to keep up with the raunchiness of rappers, because rappers are talking crazy when it comes down to, like, you know, like sex talk and everything. And that's why I don't think R&B is dead. I think that R&B is on life support because, you know, singers are now trying to compete with the Drakes of the world. You know what I mean? The little babies of the world, because they're singing in their records and they're singing love songs on their records in a really aggressive way. So there's no more lane for that crooner that we grew up, because all of us, we're like 80s and 90s babies, right? We came on like the second or third ring of the golden era of R&B music. So
and we grew up listening to our mothers.
Right. So it's different now. I heard y'all talk about 112, which to me is one of like top 3 groups of all time.
Absolutely, top 3 R&B albums.
And if y'all think about that third part 3, so I'm gonna put this more in perspective. You know, Rebecca, you know, with Nick, you know, everybody's in a relationship, married or whatever the case may be. Our love language was different than it is now. Like, you don't court someone by saying "sit on my face" and all this stuff that Tank is talking about. You don't court no one that way. The way I didn't have the vocabulary or the wherewithal to talk to my whiz back then. So I had to use the music that 112 was playing. I had to use the music that like a Donnell Jones are playing, or even, you know, the Genuine. I'm so
even R. Kelly.
Yeah. I was trying to keep him out of this, but yeah, we had to use the R. Kelly.
Well, it's hard to.
It's hard to. Right.
You think about R&B, you gotta think of the aura. I'm sorry, because he made R&B music.
Absolutely, you have to, Becca. And again, it goes back to when we were younger. That was our way of being able to communicate to that person, like to court that person, right? Because you know there was
a courting song.
It was a courting, right? And music
like
back
then, said the Drew Hill album,
right? It was that Drew Hill Beauty. That's a courting song. That's a song how you put that on play while you're riding with her or him, and y'all is listening to that. The words are speaking for you.
Send it in a text.
That's how you the key sweat. Yeah, that's how we were able to record. Like my whiz at the time, my courting to her was listening to that first and second and third 112 album, right? That was my my conversation to her through that music. I can't put on that Tank down and say, "Hey, I want you to sit on my face." That's not a courting thing anymore. So I do agree with Nick in that regard, Stacks. And again, that Tank album I did listen to over the weekend. It's a phenomenal album.
Hold on, Sean. Hold on.
So I'm not a Debbie Downer because
Please don't get us clip.
Listen, you are definitely giving up the buns if somebody plays Beauty. You are definitely
that's
giving
what I'm
up
saying.
the buns.
That is a romantic.
Y'all giving me missionary only vibes.
Absolutely not. Absolutely
No.
not.
Stacks,
No.
Stacks, you
Somebody
own.
My bad.
No.
Excuse me. Ingrid said it will still work though. Wink emoji.
Yes.
You know what? That's nasty. I don't need to hear about that. This is a family show on Monday.
You know who's my missionary on vibes?
I mean, I had a Tourette's moment, man. My bad. I'm working on myself.
You are 43. You're only doing missionary vibes.
But no, okay. All jokes aside, Sean, I do agree with you because I've actually had this conversation with my husband in regards to the way men court and date and show women that they're interested. They really don't know how to. They think telling a woman come sit on my face is attractive or like sweet talk, but it's a sound.
Let's not blame the music on that though, Becca, because social media has made it very easy to some of these so-called dudes that try to court a woman like you just hey, what's going on? You look beautiful. Just go to somebody's DMs and looking like a goofball.
Music are all one and the same now.
Say again?
One sets the trend for the other, and then one sets the. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. It's like art imitating life, imitating art.
It is music. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? It is music and it is social media. It's both.
It's both. Yeah. It's both. And like Rika got that song, I'm Crazy Over You by 112. That was like my theme. I was 18.
Rika over there, she about to jump on her man.
18, 19. That was my song through my whiz when I was like 18, 19. Like trying to get her to understand. That again? Yeah. Oh yeah. I was trying to get her to understand. That's how I feel. I couldn't say the words. I didn't have the vocabulary to say how I feel about you. So I use those songs like I'm, crazy over you. The lyrics in those songs. I'm like, listen to the lyrics on these songs. Because I don't have the vocabulary at this age to share with you how I feel. So listen to this song.
Just play a song. That's back in the day, Sean, where a dude showed he liked you by making you a mixtape of R&B songs. Remember back in the day, they used to make you a little playlist of R&B songs. So I do get that point, but I do understand what Nick's saying about you don't like your romantic music too vulgar. I can get it because even though the beat may be nice and he's whispering it, sit on my face, sounds kind of crazy. I get it, but I do. If you listen to the whole album in totality, you kind of do get the vibe of it.
It does seem like they are love songs. To be, you know what I mean?
Stacks is not love songs. He's like, funny.
Like you can tell, like it when you listen to the album, it does sound like a man in love.
Yeah.
It does.
It definitely has a love vibe.
Then we got I Deserve 2022. Y'all caught that? He got a new I Deserve.
Listen, that I Deserve is dope.
Shopping and all these listening to it.
It does. It's all good. It's all great music. I'm not saying his album is far from trash. It's phenomenal work. For one,
he can sing.
You know what? Let's not act like it's the first time. Like these, like Rika said, some of these groups from the 90s, they get a little spicy now.
But you know what, though?
Usher out. You right, I will.
It was ambiguous. It was kind of ambiguous because you knew what they were talking about, but it wasn't like punching in your face. Like, for example, I can't sing, so let me try to recite some of the words.
Please don't.
Song. I can't sing at all, so I'm not going to try and embarrass myself.
Thanks for acknowledging that.
But
you need me to help out? You
that Jodeci alone, though. Ooh, let's be alone.
I think it was Q who sung that verse. He said, "Baby, I can give it to you the way you like it. Just let me know. I'm gonna give you the keys so you can ride me fast or slow." That's ambiguous, right? Then he said, "On this ride of love, we're gonna go to places you and I ain't never been before." And then I think it was on. Who's the one with the light voice? Isn't Slim? It was
Slim.
Slim, right?
Cue Mike Slim
He
Duran.
was like, baby. He said, "I want." How you said? Imagine me kissing all over you. Your body's trembling. I know you're feeling me. Oh, now it's about to get serious. I'm tired of feeling curious. My body is filled with lust. I can't hold it no more. I'm about to explode. That is
Nasty.
so ambiguous.
Kaboom! Guess who stepped in the room?
Premature
That was-
ejaculation. That's nasty.
That it wasn't, but that was the fact. You had to understand.
You
This song
clever.
came out in 2001-ish, I think, 2001.
And that was risque at that time. That was
Nah, I get it. You could probably.
But
I get it. That's some bar shit.
it was bars. It was ambiguous, but it was also straight to the point, and it also showing vulnerability because at that time, 21-year-old Sean telling Ingrid like, "Hey, you know, my body is filled with lust. I can't take it no more. I'm about to explode."
Listen, this one is for you, Tina. Hold on. This for Tina B. Hey.
Please don't get us clipped.
He said, lay back, baby. I'm about to take you there.
Yeah, please don't get us clipped.
No, I'm not. I'm talking over it. We good.
It's a family show. About to get some copyright strikes.
All right,
Yeah.
first play when R&B used to stimulate your mind first. This is Tina. You imagine the feeling first, but now there are no word plays. Yeah, it's just
Right. It doesn't take you.
Hey,
it doesn't allow your mind
let's
to
go.
race.
I'm gonna hit it from the back.
Right.
That's
It
what I'm
goes straight to. And
I want to
even
swallow you.
right, even like Rika said to some of the boys to men.
Damn, I need to bring Merv on so I get this
We
shit
know what
balanced.
that was. We knew what that song really meant. We understood it, but it was still ambiguous to the point where it was done with class. Because at the
Yeah.
end of the day,
That's
wasn't.
what's missing, the class.
Yeah, it's the class piece. You don't have
That-
to use the P word and D word to get your point across or anything like that. You can use very tasteful words to express.
You
your
hear that,
value.
Merv? You don't have to use the P word every 5 seconds, Merv.
You just gave us like 6,000 additional P words. Thank you.
Yeah, they want to be coming
Merv and that P
rapid
word,
rate.
first of all, eating it for 2 hours, like
Nobody's doing that. By that time, I'm asleep. Get out
bizarre.
of
Good job.
That's why Merv talked about he talked. He ate it for 2 hours, but
Merv's going to hit us, and he's going to say the P word 6,000 times before they get into the
Right.
review tomorrow. So he said, "Thank y'all, appreciate that."
Right. and even Jodeci, as raunchy as Jodeci was, it was still like the song Fiendin'. Like think how dope and deep Fiendin' was, right?
Yes.
And that came out. We was like what 13, maybe 14, 12.
Ain't know nothing about Fiendin'. Ain't know nothing about that. But we was singing them songs.
Right. And Becca, think about the video. They were in straight jackets in the video,
Yes.
wilding out because they were fiending over old girl. We don't get music like that no more. You know what I mean? It's like there is no build up to it. It's like I'm going to have you sit on my face. That's the first verse. First verse, sit on my face. I just met you. We're gonna sit my face in the car. We're not even going to get to the restaurant. It's not a build up. It's not like when Keith Sweat was begging, letting you know, like
Right.
I'm gonna give you all my love. I'm gonna give you everything I got. I give you all. I'm submitting myself to you in a song. It was done. It was done with taste and grace. Now it's done.
Y'all about to make me make a playlist, bro. Because some of these songs and that
Listen.
Yeah.
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 Yeah. We're gonna do that on the
Right.
page on the R&B playlist.
We do. We need to do that on
Oh no! Do y'all remember? No. Do y'all remember intro? Come inside.
Yeah.
That was an 8-minute song, and the last 3 minutes of that song
I
is
know the lady
shorty
moaning.
The whole song is her like.
Yeah.
Y'all remember that? That's what it's made for. Off of Confessions, filth.
That's what it's made for.
That's what it's made for.
And Stacks, again, very ambiguous. You know what he's talking about, but he's not blatantly saying it. You know what I mean?
You remember the bridge when the lady was like moaning and shit? I'm like, oh my god.
Yes.
I remember hearing that song for the first time and gagging.
Don't forget, like Becca mentioned earlier, not to say the name, but R. Kelly, the first on TP2.com, the first word.
Yes.
Yeah.
All of the other stuff aside from TP2. There's a lot of kids born off the album. Let's just be honest.
That was that album right there.
It
Yes,
was.
hit it
It
hard
was.
for the back. Turn
That
around.
dude got a song called "The Greatest Sex I've Ever Had," and the words of that song.
Yeah.
Inside of your walls, there will dwell a Capricorn. Are you serious?
Again,
Yes.
in my life.
Right. The greatest you, the greatest me. Like,
Right.
Yes.
yeah. So yeah, that's why I agree with what Nick is saying, because again, we have R&B artists today that are trying to compete with the rappers today.
Do you mind if I stroke you up?
Yeah, do you mind? Like, do you mind?
If I stroke you down all through the night?
You know what?
Yeah. I'm not
I get
taking
it.
it, but do you mind? Now you see,
I get it.
Like, do
I
you
get it.
mind?
A lot of ambiguity in the 80s,
Yes.
90s,
Yes.
2000s, and now in an attempt to bring R&B back, it's so competitive as far as rappers. We feel as though the songstress and the crooners and all of them, they gotta add that element of adding that sex in there. Like, oh, I want to hit it from the back. They gotta say some shit like that. And then to be competitive. Is that what we're saying?
Right. And see,
I agree.
He slipped that in there. What is going on?
he
There's
did.
something wrong with him.
What's
Something's
with
wrong
that
with him.
voice?
He
He's
threw
not
that in
right.
there.
He is
He
not
threw
right.
that in there. And Stacks, don't even y'all mentioned earlier about women. Now, today's R&B women.
They doing it too. Jill Scott did some stuff where she act like she damn doing some thing on the stage and twisting and all type of shit.
Right.
Tink just came out with a new album. Tink,
Yep.
some of her songs were vulgar. Yeah, her album came out Friday too, along with Tink.
Yeah. Even Jasmine Sullivan, Hotels, great album. Great
Absolutely.
album. But
Yes,
she's
the
whole album is phenomenal. And she's taking control. She's flipping it from a female perspective on what a guy would probably be thinking during that entire run of that album. And I think it's a genius
Tevin
album.
Campbell, Break It Down.
Yeah, that's Tevin. Yeah, Tevin Campbell.
Come on now.
Who wrote that? I think
talking to us.
I forgot who wrote that song. He sang the hell out of that song. But yeah, even Babyface,
Crown Royal. Ooh.
Even Babyface, singing, I'll cook your dinner. When you come home from work. I mean, stuff like that.
Yeah, Destiny's Child cater to you. I get what you're saying, Sean. You might be right.
Yeah, Abby Shore. You're right, Mika. Abby Shore wrote that. Abby Shore wrote Break It Down.
Oh,
D'Angelo, how does it feel? Filth.
Yep. Yeah,
he was naked in the damn video, and you loved it. You ladies loved it. You ought to be ashamed.
I didn't. I mean, I'm not trying to be like a weirdo, but I didn't. Like all the girls. Oh my god!
Matter of fact, not only was D'Angelo naked, looked like he was getting some sloppy top during the song in the video. Come on, I'm not the only one who thought that. Now.
Yeah.
No, that was the rumor. That's what they was all saying. Yeah. No, I didn't. I'm sorry.
Yeah. I mean, but again, it goes back to it's hard for us to compare today's music with the music that we grew up on, because we were blessed to live in an era where music really meant something and everybody was competing at a high clip. If y'all think about it like this, 112 is probably, I was telling my Wiz this a couple of weeks ago, 112 is probably one of the most talented groups because every last one of them can sing. Now, if you look at Jodeci, right? Jodeci has the full package because you got two singers in Casey and JoJo, you have a producer, and you have a writer. You can put all four of them into a studio and they can crank out an album without any interference and nobody helping. You got two singers, a writer, and a beat maker.
One-stop shop. They didn't need to go outside.
Right, Becca. One-stop shop. They didn't have to go anywhere to get any help. They didn't have to get any writers. They didn't have to get any beat makers or producers. Think about how
Janae Aiko had a song called P Theory.
Yeah, phenomenal.
That was a good song.
Phenomenal.
Birthday Sex. You got Birthday Sex by Jeremiah.
Yeah.
You by Jacquees. Take You Down by Chris Brown.
Yeah.
Hey, yo,
Usher, Climax.
Yeah. It's just very, very sad that R&B used to be so great, and it's like we get it in bits and pieces. It's like we get it in bits and pieces now. Like it's sporadic when an album comes out, and there's no groups. There's no R&B groups at all anymore.
No,
where they dominated the '90s, well into the 2000s, but they fell off. I'd say 2010 and beyond. But you don't even have them groups out there. You don't.
There's no more church choirs.
It's
I mean,
just
I
sad,
talk
man.
about
That's a great
gospel,
point.
but a lot
That's
of
a-
things in music.
That's a
have
great
changed.
point, Rika. Nick, that's a great point. That's
Yeah,
a great point.
I know I
Great
should have
point.
chased that
I
green
didn't think
dream. I
about
could
that.
have
That's a
been rich
great
right
point.
now.
because even if you think about Division, like their song is not even good. I don't like it.
Oh my God, that song was awful, wasn't it?
It was,
What's
and-
song?
I'm not trying to like get no.
If I get
Which one?
treated,
Yeah.
No,
But it gets-
I was so
but it
like
gets clips.
hype. I was like, oh yeah, they have a new song. I was
It's a
like,
dumb
what the
song.
fuck is this?
But it get a
Whose
lot of
song?
clips. It get a lot of clips because
Is
you
it-
got to think about the way music is made and consumed now is for just only a period. It's not legacy music anymore.
Yeah.
Like even we think about our legacy artists, you can do a babyface playlist right now and nothing hit after hit after hit.
Anita Baker. For me, my first entrance to like R&B somewhat was Anita Baker. I sang "Sweet Love" at the age of 5. What was I know? What the hell I know about that song? At 5, you could tell me nothing. I wore my mother red lipstick. I was on stage singing "Sweet Love," how sweet it is. Yeah, how sweet it is. I was 5. Ain't know nothing about it, but I knew that Anita Baker was an R&B singer. Whitney Houston, even though she was singing to a taken man, she was saving all her love for him.
Right.
Although he was married,
Yeah.
she was saving her love for him.
Right.
So,
But see, but Becca, back then the music actually had an angle and it had a purpose. Music now doesn't have a purpose. The purpose of the music now is just for the natural consumption of the new audience that's out there, because people they're consuming music different than they had in the past. Back then, every song that came out back then had a rhyme or reason. Even the Confessions album, JD, he's big on that album because that was during the time he was going through his thing, his personal thing. So
what's the name of that old school song? He was like,
Lenny, that was Lenny.
He was
And he was hurting. He was
begging in that song.
He was begging in those songs. Like, it was one of those things like you can say, Stephanie, I feel good all over. Those songs actually had they had a reason behind them. Music today doesn't really have a true meaning behind it.
Oh, I forgot about that Stephanie Mills.
And that's true. And you know what, Sean? That's very true. And that goes back to the 80s and 70s, because when they not only sound good, they're singing a story, or they're like what they used to call love ballads. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And they sell like you see the shit on TV that they selling CDs, like 12 CDs for like $10, like old school Columbia House, where they going over all the music. But those are the guys and ladies that were like singing their hearts out, those love ballads. Where none of them was saying, I need you to come and and do and ride me.
Sit on my face, I can pound you all night.
You know what I'm saying? But that's an excellent point. But I'm just frustrated because I don't know if we'll ever get back what we had.
We can't.
From the 60s
through
the mid 2005 or whatever. I don't know if we can get that back. Like, what the fuck is this current generation gonna listen to when they get a little older?
I'm telling you, Stacks, to cut an album and bring it back to the romance.
You know what? I might need to. You know what? I'm gonna go ahead and come out of retirement.
Don't sing about hitting it back. Just romance.
You gonna find it. I mean, even Luther. Never too much. Never those songs. The purpose behind that. Never too much. He said 1,000 kisses from you is just not enough.
It may sound crazy. Go outside.
Let's just kiss and say goodbye by the Manhattans, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
But Sean, that was my mom. That was like the first song.
What's that?
Saturday cleaning music.
What's that?
Never too much.
Never too much. Yeah.
So look, transparency moment. My mother told me that I was conceived to reasons.
Wow.
Oh.
That makes sense.
Hey, that's a good song. You cannot go wrong with
my mother said.
You can't go bad. You can't go wrong with it.
So here's the thing: we're sitting here, singing music, that like is our parents' music. You know what I mean?
50 years ago.
Because that
more than that.
those romantic love ballads you know, they still touch us to this day. I don't think that the music, but a lot of the music that's being made today is timeless.
It's not.
No,
It's not.
hell
It's
no.
not. It's not.
It's
And
not.
it's because
So it
again,
is on life support, like Sean said.
yeah, it's not life
Nobody's
support.
gonna be listening to Meg Thee Stallion in the next 10 years.
Let me
No.
ask y'all this
Yeah.
though. Let me ask you this, Sean, since we got you. It's on life support. Is there anything that can be done that could, move R&B at least, back into, ICU recovery room or some shit? Is there anything that you think can
listen to that
happen?
album today. No
Um,
emotions.
I'm gonna be honest, Dax, I don't see it because if you think about
Same
it, who has the ability to make timeless music at this point? Because
Usher.
they're trying. Usher can do it,
Usher.
but is Usher is he in that space to do it? Like right now,
I feel it in my spirit that his album is going to be fire. I'm not
You coming out with something?
Yes.
You know what though, Becca.
Next
But to
year,
your point though, I'm sorry. Let me real quick. And I don't know if it's like this for the Jaheim album, but is it so little content out there that's coming out R&B? Are we going to hail it as being great just for him coming out? Because I don't want to take any credit. You see what I'm saying? I don't want to take any credit away from Jaheim, but I'm trying to figure out if it. Say again?
Tank or Jaheim?
I'm sorry, my bad. Tank, my bad. I don't want to take anything away from Tank, but I'm trying to figure out if there was some competition that was making albums around the same time, would it still have the reception that I'm give that I think all of us thought it was solid? Would it still have the same we received the same way?
So here's why I say I don't
Maybe.
think so. Because the reason why I don't think so because it's systemic. Music, we still have some great crooners out there.
Yeah.
They're not being played.
Right.
They're not being played. Their albums are not in rotation on the radio. So the consumption is different. You're not hearing their songs on the radio that often. Because it's being
And a lot of them are retiring too. Like Joe's last album was really good. His last album is classic R&B, and you might actually like it, Nick, because Joe never had vulgar R&B music.
Right,
His
but it's
last
not in
album where
rotation.
he's wearing, I think, a green suit, whatever. That album is actually very, very nice.
But it's not in
but
rotation.
it didn't get played that much.
It's not a rotational. It's not in a rotation right now where it can be consumed, by the public, by the masses, so it can continue to get spin and get played in different venues and different places. Like Rika said, Eric Robertson, Raheem Devon, all these guys are great singers. They can really sing, but they don't have music that is being played out there because the algorithms are not pushing that. Algorithms are pushing other, rappers that's singing on their album. So it's oppressive, right? It's suppressing the output of the music. However, if you think about the era that we came up in, just think about when there was anticipation for Confessions. We knew Confessions were coming. We got snippets of the lead single. Right now, these artists, they're having a hard time finding a lead single to catapult their music. As great as Tank album is right now, it's not being played that much on the radio at all because the way music is being consumed. When we were coming up, we had to sit by the radio to wait until that song will come on. To the point we had to get a tape and try to put a little paper clip, a paper.
Absolutely, off the tape. Yep, and record that joint. Hey, you try to time it.
Right, to time it. Right, time it real quick. And that's where we consume majority of.
I like that album, Rika.
And Rika, I've heard bits and pieces of the album. It's a great album, but again, we don't know when these albums are coming out, right? So it's like a treasure hunt. Like, damn, he had an album come out. You got to go back and pull it out. So, because it's suppressed, it's not being played. You put on the radio right now, you're gonna hear Jack Harlow, that wax song that he got. You're gonna hear that song every.
I've been a G from in the air.
You're gonna hear that song every 15 minutes. You're gonna hear that song every 15 minutes.
Here we go. Hot take. Jack Harlow's a one-hit wonder.
One-hit wonder. Because they're not playing any of the songs on this album.
One-hit wonder.
That a lot of people these days are making TikTok music. They're making music, that'll get the dances and all that stuff in TikTok.
Nick, that's why
I need to. It's like y'all saying I need to save R&B.
The music, no, we're not
I
saying
told
that.
you, I'll do backgrounds for you. I'll do backgrounds for you. Let's do it.
Please no. But Nick, you're right, Nick. You're right. The
Well, that was a
consumption,
hater moment.
the consumption is the TikTok.
My mama, my dad,
It doesn't have any
you know, I
purpose.
can sing.
To me, the last great album to me, and I could be wrong, but the last great album that was global was probably was Confessions. Probably
That is a fucking shame. Confessions came out.
Okay,
Was that
I got
2004, right?
2000.
Yeah, that's my bad.
2004, I want to say.
Yeah.
The last
That's almost 20 fucking years ago. That's 18 years ago.
Yeah, all of the good
That's
music
my
is 20
opinion.
years old.
Yeah.
I got a question
That's
for y'all.
sad, man. That is very sad.
Very sad. What y'all think about this versus Confessions versus 8701? Who y'all got?
I got nobody because I don't think they got 10. I'm sorry.
Now 8701 is a good ass album.
Yes, it is.
Don't sleep on
Yeah, I
8701.
love the video. I love the
Confessions
video.
is a fucking classic, though.
You got Confessions?
Confessions all day because 8701 to me was a setup for Confessions.
Okay, so
I
it was
think
Prelude. Okay.
I think it was because I listened to Confessions about 3
Was
weeks
it
ago.
8701 after Confessions?
No, 8701 was before Confessions.
Oh.
8701 ushered come into his own, and then Confessions was like, I'm out of here. He's out of here. Like
I'm
he's in a
listening to
different
Confessions when we get off this damn pod.
Dude,
Yo, but oh my god, yo, he got some bangers on there, man.
Confessions was like the nail. That was it. That was like this is it.
That was his masterpiece.
You got it bad.
Was
you don't have to call. You remind me. Don't sleep on 8701, y'all.
It did, Becca. You're right.
I'm not sleeping. I ain't sleeping, but it's not Confessions.
It's not Confessions, Becca. I'm sorry.
Now
Confessions.
that you're here,
come on now.
I got something to say.
Yeah.
You got to pay for the rest. I ain't about to give y'all everything.
Yeah.
You got to pay for the rest.
Cash the guy's pie.
Confessions.
Confessions
had super song. Confessions had That's What It's Made For. Can You Handle It?
Oh boy.
Yeah. Confessions had it, man. Confessions. I mean, Do It To Me. You know, Take Your Hand. Confessions had it all, man. Confessions.
Take Your Hand is my shit.
People know
should I take
my boo? Confessions had My Boo. Throwback. I mean, even with
Throwback is just oh my god. Throwback is my shit.
Yeah, I mean, it just had everything. Even Burn. We played Burn a lot before Confessions came.
Oh,
Yeah, you don't have to do that. You don't have to do that.
Burn wasn't on Confessions, wasn't it?
Stuff up, then we go. It's gonna pop into our mind.
What we need to do, because we are on Apple as well, we need to have a show where we play these songs. We can play these songs directly on Apple and stream. So we need everybody to hop on that, and we can play the songs, and we can play them back and forth. This is show like the gravity of those songs. My Way was a great album too. My Way was just like him getting his foot in the water. And then
that's when he was in the club with P. Diddy. He was too young to really be in the.
That's what he was.
Let's not forget Carl Thomas.
And back while y'all bullshitting, don't forget about Neo. Neo first two albums were
Sexy Love.
Sexy Love. And,
I'm alone.
And don't forget who he was writing for. Neo was writing for a lot of people during that time too. Yeah.
Yes. That's
The reason.
Come on now.
All of that stuff came out. All that came out around the same time.
That's my shit.
Yeah.
That metrosexual Neo, that's the one I want. That Neo, he can go.
The Neo that had the hat on, never showed his video.
Yes. With the glossy lip gloss. I need the metrosexual Neo back.
Yeah.
Yes. The one that was with Moneta. That's the Neo I like.
Yes.
This new Neo, I don't know. He doing too much.
Yeah, he all over the place now. But again, music was consumed different. It still had somewhat of a meaning because Neo is a phenomenal writer as well. He's a phenomenal writer. So,
he wrote "Let Me Love You" for Mario, right?
Yes. Neo wrote a lot of stuff during that period. I think
very
Neo
talented. Don't you talk about Heartbreak?
Yeah, Heartbreak was different. Heartbreak was different.
Unpopular opinion. Unpopular opinion. Y'all gonna kill me on it. I got Boys and Men version of Can You Stand the Rain over New Editions. I'm sorry. I know I get killed for that, but yeah.
Yeah. I'll give you that.
The one that was on Evolution.
Yeah, I'll give you that.
Come on now, Jagged
Yeah.
Edge, J.E.
Yeah.
Heartbreak. Oh,
Yeah.
Oh, you said J.E. Oh,
Yeah, he
that
wrote
J.E. Heartbreak album is sickening.
New York wrote all of Jennifer Hudson's first album.
Yeah.
New York probably had like a good.
Listen to every song.
I think New York had like a good 7 year. I think New York had like a 7 year run.
Come on, sing, cousin.
Screams.
Yeah.
I really wanted to see the Aretha movie, but I just didn't
was
like
whack.
doing all that hollering and carrying on.
It was whack.
What movie?
R.E.S.P.
The Jennifer Hudson movie.
Whoa.
Watch the one. Watch the one with Aretha as
Jennifer
Aretha is
Hudson has
better.
one volume.
Please don't do that
Wow.
again. Yeah.
No, watch the one with Cynthia Erivo playing Aretha. It's better. Yeah.
So again, guys, I mean, I'm about to hop off here, but
It did, Rika.
I do think R&B it has. I don't think it's going to get bad.
Even Michael Jackson's Butterflies.
Yeah. Hell, you could take it back to Michael Jackson Off the Wall album. Every song on there was phenomenal.
Yeah, man.
You know, you still somebody, I want to rock. I want to
Janet
rock with you.
Jackson, anytime, any place.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, you got again. You talking about legends. You talking
I
about
don't know if
legacy
this is
and
good for
legends.
the podcast. That
The
I'm
more
like,
we talk about it, the sadder I get, man, because we'll never have music like that again, man. Like that's crazy, man.
Even Five Heartbeats, that wasn't even a real group. They got some bomb ass music.
Rika got a good Off the Wall of Thriller. Rika.
That's tough.
Hold up.
I don't even know why you brought that up.
I gotta go
up.
Thriller.
Hey, that's
I gotta go.
tough.
I gotta go Thriller. I gotta go Thriller.
You doing Thriller? I'm doing Off the Wall.
That might be a push. That might be a push, Sean. That might Off the Wall.
Okay.
That might be a push, bro.
Off
Okay,
the Wall.
I'm about to pull it right now.
Off the Wall. It's Off the Wall for me.
I think it's Thriller, man, because Thriller was when Thriller got Want to Be Starting Something. Baby Be Mine, The Girl Is Mine, Thriller. Beat
It's
It,
Off the
Billie
Wall.
Jean, Human Nature.
She's Out of My Life. It's Off the Wall.
PYT, Lady in My Life.
I wanna rock with you.
Thriller was different though. I gotta go with Thriller. That's a good one though. You can't go wrong with the
if you want it to.
That's the one I was just thinking of.
PYT.
Nah,
I don't know. Hey, you know what? Though? I think they got Billie Jean on it. You know what? I don't know. You know what? You know what, Sean?
Trust me on this one.
Thriller, Beat It, and Billie Jean back to back to back. Yeah, I don't think you can put it above the wall over there, man.
You can't. You got The Girl Is Mine. You got The Girl Is Mine. Billie Jean, Beat It. Want to Be Starting Something. Human Nature. PYT.
Dangerous, Rika.
Bad.
Dangerous. Bad versus dangerous. Dangerous. That dangerous album is dangerous.
I'll give it to bad.
Rock with you.
I gotta go bad.
Working day and night.
I'll go with bad. I gotta go with bad.
Nah, that dangerous album is sickening.
Bad. Bad got the way you make me feel.
Oh yeah, I'm looking at Off the Wall playlist. I got Thriller over that, man. Come on,
go Thriller. What you got?
Dangerous for me. Liberian Girl is my shit, Rika. That's my spirit.
Liberian Girl.
That was in Sign Language Club in elementary school.
That is my
I had to learn how to sign Man in the Mirror.
It's bad. Bad over dangerous. Assembly. Any day of the week. Another part of me. Man in the Mirror. I just can't stop loving you.
You know what, man? I'm looking at the playlist now, Becca. I don't know what you talk. Bad kills dangerous, man.
You think
bad.
so?
The way you making me feel, Steve.
It's not album.
No skips on here.
When you get a chance, Beck, when you get a chance, go listen to I Just Can't Stop Loving You live. Listen to I Just Can't Stop Loving You.
I have his Bucharest.
It has some tissue with you. Have some tissue with you.
No. I have his Bucharest concert where he flew off as
all the people was passing out dudes and shit in the crowd.
I have that on VHS.
Yeah.
I have that concert on VHS. That concert is ooh.
Hey yo, you had dudes that was getting carried out on stretchers.
Yes. Yes,
Yeah.
y'all think
the album
Woodstock
didn't get a lot
'99
of
was
play.
crazy? Watch a Michael Jackson concert.
Yeah. What y'all
Yeah.
I was
think?
trying to explain that to my kids, like just
Yeah.
how the effect that he had on people.
Yo,
It was
that
different.
Bad album came out in 1987.
That's crazy.
Wow.
That's crazy. It was ahead of his time.
1987, and we're talking about, okay, so you had Woodstock '99, and we see all of that, right? '87, you had people that just at the sight of Michael Jackson would lose consciousness.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they lost their cool and everything.
I'm trying
He
to
would
figure out
jump
how
up
to tell.
out the stage and stand there for
How
15
do you
minutes,
even-
not moving, like a
How do
like
you
a,
even make
why-
a bad after making a Thriller and Off the Wall? Now that I
That's
think
what I'm
back,
saying.
Michael Jackson was
He was different.
Jesus
But
Christ.
again,
all right.
people
I'm gonna go with that. You're right. That
people
playlist
forget
is-
how great Mike was, because the time has passed and you just forget how great he was. For people to even say, I love Prince, but for people to make it seem as if Prince and Mike are in the same league,
Nah, they're not.
they're not. Technically, they're not.
And I love Prince, and I wish I would have
love
been able to see
Prince.
him live before he died.
I
My
love-
sister,
I wish I would have been able to sleep with Prince before he died. I don't know if that's
Whoa, hold on. That came
Prince had
that came
sex
out of nowhere.
appeal.
I mean,
Heels and all. He had sex appeal.
I believe it. I believe Prince
pick a
has
side, Nick. Shit.
Purple
Yeah.
rain. No. I never said I don't like men. I love women, but I like men. And Purple
You
Rain
were
Prince
blessed.
could have got it.
Yeah, Purple Nick,
Purple Rain Prince.
Purple
child,
Rain Prince was different. Purple Rain Prince was different. Purple Rain Prince.
I would have
Yeah,
hopped on him.
yeah,
so
Prince
bad.
with the butt out on Arsenio Hall. That's a different Prince.
Wow.
I don't know about that part
Yeah.
of it, but
That
Purple Rain Prince
that was a different Prince.
was ridiculous.
Michael Jackson was special, yo. Jesus
Yes,
Christ.
was.
But again, Stacks, it goes back to what you guys were saying earlier about the R&B thing. People forget, because for some people to say that Mike and Prince were in the same league, they forget how great Mike was. Like you said, you got Off the Wall, Thriller, Bad, Dangerous. You got classics back to back, non-stop.
Yeah.
Like, you're not stopping.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? They're trying
Yeah.
to, again, as Tom Wayne, even people, try to put Luther Vandross in this box. They forget how great of a voice Luther Vandross had.
Tina? Yes.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying?
He was.
Woo! Princess.
They just forgot.
He was very ambiguous too. Like,
Yeah.
yeah, I could definitely see him, playing with the genders.
No, Prince wasn't. No,
No, I don't
played-
mean sexually. I mean
No, he
ambiguously.
played that up. But when
He
you
was
start hearing
very
stories
masculine,
about
but
him,
he dressed feminine. Sung high, but spoke low.
hey,
I
that
see
was
him playing around with that.
Rebecca. That was during the time when what they called it, that androgyny era.
And when Charlie Murphy made that skit, yeah.
Yeah, that androgyny era when guys are wearing that kind of stuff.
Long hair and
That's it.
Rika, I said Luther. Freddie was great, but I said Luther by a small margin.
Luther all day.
I said
Luther
Luther by a
over
small margin.
Freddie Jackson?
Yeah, I said Luther by a small margin because there are some songs that Luther has that
So
Freddie.
where
ain't
does
touching.
Teddy Pendergrass fit into that?
I'm sorry. I was
Or James
I
Ingram?
was in the car with my homegirl. All she plays
Why your face
is oldies. And she played that Luther song. I totally forgot about it. And I was like, oh my God.
Which
I've
one?
heard this since I was a kid. My mom used to play this song.
What song is that?
Song called?
Which
I
one?
That song. Make
Don't
Me a
know.
Believer. Make Me a Believer by Luther. Oh
Yeah.
my God.
Luther
Oh my
had
God, that song. I was like, oh, my mom used to play that song all the time.
Luther, Donny Hathaway. Those guys had a voice that was just unblemished. They had a voice that was unblemished. There was no flaws in their voice at all.
Yeah.
Teddy was more 70s driven. But Teddy was a legend. We saw the documentary on Teddy. It's a very sad documentary. But Teddy was different. Teddy was the epitome of Philly rough, grungy. Even just that was Teddy.
He sang the shit out of that song. that Harold Melvin and the Blue Note song, what, I Miss You or something.
Yeah, yeah. That's when Harold got jealous because Teddy was killing that song, man. Teddy was killing. Harold like, you just got to get this guy at the group now. He gotta go. Like,
these songs are 50 to 60 years old that we're talking about.
I agree.
And 70 years old these songs are.
It's
sad, man. We're never going to have music like that again, man.
No.
Never.
We won't.
This is proving that point. You think Al Green?
Al
Green?
Even if
Marvin Gaye?
Even if you go back and if you think about the genius,
like
Stephanie Mills, Angela Wimbush.
What is going on, Zach? What are you doing?
Ashford and
Simpson. Even if you go back and listen to the
even Sonny and Cher.
Oh, I won't go that far. I won't go Sonny and Cher. I won't do that.
My dad.
Yo, that one song that I really remembered, back from my childhood when my mom was cleaning up and listening to music, man, was that "As We Lay" by
oh man, Stephanie Mills,
Shirley Murdoch,
Shirley Murdoch. Yeah.
And the thing is, this is back from that era where they were. They were singing, man. Like
my husband said, Evelyn King.
It was just, man, the music back then, man. I'm getting pissed off the more we talk about this shit, man.
Evelyn Champagne King.
Love, calm down. That one.
Yeah, she had the champagne in quotation marks.
Lisa Court Jam.
But listen, so like even like the songs that like weren't. My dad, he loves that song "Natural High" by Bloodstone, and that is the shit.
Yeah, it is.
Y'all want to know what my dad's song was?
What's that?
What's that group? I feel a poke coming through on you.
You talking too close?
Too close. My father loved that song. And when I realized he knew what it was talking about, I said, we call my father Grant. We used to call him Grant. I was like, Grant, you know what that song mean? He go, yeah, I know what it means. I said, okay.
On you.
I left it alone. I didn't know what
I saw Stevie Wonder in concert, Rika.
My dad like that.
He did this.
Rika, if you don't sit down and that damn New Birth and Wildflower, he's a wild. He's a lady. Yo, Rika, you don't sit down and have New Birth and Wildflower. Peaches and Herb.
Do y'all see what we mean when we say about R&B? Like these are all the songs that a lot of the new artists sample, but they don't do it as much justice.
Is going to be talking about birthday sex.
No.
In 20 years.
Why would you? And here's the thing. Now, being that we're reminiscing on all these legacy artists and these legendary artists, was the bar set too high for these guys to be able to even compete at that clip at this point? Because maybe they're doing whatever they can do. Maybe that's all they can do.
Not Climax. I miss you.
Maybe that's all they can do. I mean,
Climax and then all pause.
Yeah, I just love that Climax song. Yeah.
What, the Men All Pause?
No.
Well, I like that
Natalie Cole? Wow. Wow, Rika.
My girlfriend said that her mom used to sing that to her, that Natalie Cole song.
Oh, yeah, it'll never happen again, you guys.
It won't. It just
it's a wrap.
Maybe it can't. It may. If you think about the songs that we're only scratching the surface with this, so it can't. I don't think it can happen.
Scratching the surface is Sean's shit.
I'm sad, man.
What we talk about?
Feels like we had a funeral, man. Like
we're just scratching the surface.
Because I mean, like after our generation, I mean, who's going to? Are these kids going to still be listening to this type of music? No, they won't. I mean,
no, they won't. And as much as I love Beyonce,
it is absolutely sad.
Rika, I wanted curls just because of that song.
Curls?
Because of Ready for the World, I wanted curl. I wanted the S curl. My mother was like, "You're not getting the S curl." I wanted S curl so bad. My mother was like, "You're not." I want to get the S curl with like the red dye in the side. My mother, like, "You're not getting the S curl. That is not happening."
Man, it would be great if you was to get one now, man. Preferably before Sunday.
Please get it and then come on a Wednesday pod. Please.
That'll make next week so great for me, man. Just
Nah, Sean, get it and wear it when we see you at the Wu-Tang concert, please.
That's not happening.
Please come to the Wu-Tang concert like that. I
think we get one Saturday so it can be fresh.
Get the little red dye right here in the side of the corner.
Yes. I need to see
that. With the little rat tail. My hair wouldn't grow like that. But I really want it.
Yeah, live and
you want to get into your full force shit?
Yo,
but
hey, Nick, while you bull-jiving full force, full force is top 10, maybe top 5.
No, they are.
Maybe
top. They are. I'm talking about the hair.
That's it. It's time to wrap it up.
When you said the rat tail.
Becca, go check full force. Go look at that.
I know about full force. That's why I'm like, damn, we going way back in the time.
And I'm gonna leave y'all with this. I'm gonna say this because even if you full force, Rika, all day long.
Ready for the world versus full force.
Full force runs circles around Ready for the World. Not even close. Full
force.
Because what they did.
Sade music makes me want to commit suicide.
Damn.
Yeah, her music was in my throat.
Sade is a legend, though.
Yeah, but her music is too sad for me.
It's a downer. Her music is a downer.
It's very much a downer.
Oh my goodness,
I'm gonna jump off the damn.
I love Vesta.
I love Vesta too.
Her story was so sad.
Hyman.
Congratulations.
Yeah.
Come on, Nick.
Me.
Oh yeah,
when she peeking in the church, looking at them people get married.
Yeah, she had a sad story too. Vesta,
she did.
She had a very sad story.
Yeah.
Even if y'all think about Blue Eye Soul R&B, if you think about what's his name?
Billy Jackson was vulgar.
Who?
That's an old school artist that was vulgar.
Billy Jackson.
Millie Jackson.
Oh yeah, Millie Jackson was nasty. Oh nasty, yeah, she nasty.
That video of her going around grabbing dicks.
She was there. She was.
Yes, I love Robert Glasper.
Yeah.
Robert Glasper.
I love his Black radio albums. They're very good.
Johnny Simpson with with his Video Soul. Donnie Simpson.
Donnie Simpson.
What's the kid? Justin Timberlake. Even Justin Timberlake. Hall & Oates. Probably one of the most. Phil Collins. Even Phil Collins. I mean, we just scratching the surface. No one is touching Phil Collins.
Come on, let's scratch the surface, Sean.
We scratching the surface. You know what I mean? Come on, you can nobody know Hall & Oates. They didn't play a Hall & Oates in Georgetown back in the 80s. Stop that, Rika.
Whoa, hold on now.
My bad.
Not Michael Bolton.
That came out the wrong way. That came out. I'm sorry you take it that way.
What's going on over there?
Yeah, but I mean, look again. We're scratching the surface. It's getting late.
It is getting late, people. It's about that time to put a nice bow on this.
It's about that time.
It's about that time. It's been a great show. Y'all did a phenomenal job on this.
Thanks for joining us, Sean J.
Absolutely. Thank you for stopping.
Man,
thank you for having me.
Sean J.
I hit you, baby.
We're glad you was able to bless us with your presence, man.
Indeed.
Good thing you sold some of those Jordans and got back on your feet, man. I won't go put your business out there. But the brother was shooting bad. That's why you ain't seen him in a couple of months.
Whoa.
Y'all give it up for Sean J.
He's just a man.
He's homie.
We'll be back to scratch the surface some more.
I won't be back no more on this show with Ashley self-destruct when I get off, so there'll be no traces.
Wow.
Tonight.
Thanks for telling us that. Thanks for telling us all that.
Dr. Claw.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Peace.
No, it wasn't Dr. Claw that was self-destruct. Who was it that gave Inspector Gadget the message that was self-destruct? Rika, I know you know who it is.
It was Dr. Claw.
You say goodbye.
Say that just for that, huh?
Right, I'm sorry. It was Dr. Claw.
Goodbye.
Yo, hey, this was a good show tonight. Real good show, y'all. Have fun.
One more thing.
One
more save round. There is no such animal or being as a hag. A hag is
goodbye.
A hag is a figment of
I actually want to hear this.
A hag is the figment of the Georgetown imagination. Back
My
in
family ain't from Georgetown, and we
but
believe it
listen,
too.
that's where it
Thank
came
you.
from. That's where it came from. Back in 1793, George, who they named it after Georgetown.
You just pulled 1793 out of your ass for the pod, huh? Okay.
No, back in 1793, a man named George, who was named after Georgetown, he came up with this term about the hag. There is a paper mill in Georgetown that smells really bad.
It really does.
No, there's
Right,
paper
so
mills
bad.
that smells bad too.
Yes, and all the
It's in
people
York
in
County. It's
George,
called Spring Road.
You know why I'm mad, Becca? Because the viewers are going to believe this guy, man. This is terrible. Could you please leave, man?
all right, I'm gonna say this last thing.
No.
Rika, I would challenge you to any R&B music list. And last thing is that paper mill in Georgetown, because of the chemicals that the chemicals in the atmosphere, it created this fear in the kids of Georgetown and the residents of Georgetown to think there's a hag on their back.
It's 1793.
In 1793. It is still prevalent in this day and age in Georgetown. They think that there's a hag in Georgetown, and it's not a hag. It's actually the paper mill. So y'all have a good one. Thank you all for having me tonight. Becca, tell Rob I said please get the money. And great job tonight, y'all.
Just absolutely terrible. I like how he pulled 1793 out of his ass like all of a sudden.
That was a very odd number.
Anyway, we had a real good show, y'all. We've been on here for I don't think we never go this long, but we've been on here for 2.5 hours. But when you get into these pods that turn into conversations that get like that, Becca, what you got in closing? Let's get the fuck up out of here. What you got?
Listen,
give me the clip notes because you can talk your ass off. So give me the clip notes. No, I'm just kidding.
Came from good place. Thank y'all for coming out. God bless and good night.
Russell Simmons, I dig it.
That's literally all you have?
That's it.
Nick, what you got, young lady? You know you're older than me.
Today, what? Now what's going on here? you slipped that in there.
I think you only got me by a couple of months, but
that's elder, so please respect me.
My bad, respect. You right.
So happy Nat Turner Day. I completely forgot. Today, I forget the year, is the day that Nat Turner began his insurrection. And, so amen to that.
Happy Nat Turner Day.
Absolutely.
And then I also want to say, Bad Bunny, some years ago, there was a woman in Puerto Rico, trans woman. Her name was Alexa Negron Luciano. And Bad Bunny wore a shirt when he performed on Saturday Night Live. It said, "Mataron a Alexa, no a un hombre con falda," meaning they killed Alexa, not a man wearing a skirt. So that's my trans moment of the day. So I just wanted to. That's what I'm saying in closing.
Okay.
Trans people are trans people. They're not, That's not a woman that's not a man in a dress. That's not a woman in slacks or whatever. Free Tina. Why does it keep saying free Tina?
That's Sean. Ignore it. We've blocked him. We won't see him again. We've blocked him now. You won't see him again.
I don't know what's wrong with that guy. But on the real, real good show tonight, y'all. We had a really good time. Shout out to Sean for hopping on. It's been a while, I think, since he's been on screen or whatever. But shout out to him for hopping, talk about that R&B stuff with us.
Very honored, Sean.
The squad, man. I saw Merv in the comments early. I think his ass was just fucking
fishing. Hey Merv.
His ass was in there early on. Tazon or Tyzon, whatever the fuck he's calling himself, depending on what day of the week he was out there as well. Street Team General, appreciate you. Tina, as she always do in the comments. Mark at Parts Unknown, probably out there getting thrown back to the streets and shit like that. But God bless that brother. Hope everything is going all right on his end. Shout out to everybody in the comments. Everybody that's always shout out Rika. You always there. I don't give a damn what pod going on and whatever, but you always been rocking with us. You've been rocking with me since middle school, so I know you can continue to rock with us. Shout out to Sam. Shout out to Trey. Shout out to the brothers from what's the name of Rob's podcast? Shout out to them brothers. Them brothers be supporting us.
Oh, the man
Rob, we
cave.
had Jamal in the comments. Shout out to them brothers, man.
Yeah.
Shout out to everybody. Shout out to our wonderful listeners out there on One Mile High Radio. Shout out to everybody out there viewing on Facebook Live, YouTube Live. Everybody that's viewing us on our network on Stream. We here now. We got our own shit.
Shout out to the podcast listeners and
shout out to the podcast listeners. Shout out to the whole squad. And tomorrow, shameless plug, ain't shameless. I want to let y'all know Mervyn Stacks. Mervyn Tazon. They're coming back tomorrow. They're going to be reviewing episode 2 of
Did you shout me out?
Raising Canaan.
Did you shout me out?
What is wrong with you?
I thought we blocked you.
I did. I did, but yes, I did. But
did you shout me out?
That came out of nowhere. I wasn't even prepared for it. Raising Canaan, episode 2 of season 2. Those brothers going to review that real good episode. They're going to review the pilot for the prequel, the Game of Thrones prequel, House of the Dragon. I can't wait. And Wednesday we coming right back at you. It's gonna be Becca, Merv, and whoever else hopping on out the mother. They talking about some shit. The Wednesday pod, and we coming up with some new shit as well. You know, down the road we got some new shit in the pipeline that we always do. But we appreciate y'all for listening to us. Like Tazon said, you can be anywhere in the world, but you're here with us right now. Yeah, I'm stealing that shit, Tazon. You go. I'll give it back to you for tomorrow.
I've been saying that. Tazon stole it from me.
I'm stealing it from both you mofos. But
yeah, I had said that like in our first season of the shows, and I think Becca and Tayson
who keeps letting him in? Where is security?
Oh, sorry.
I don't know what's happening here.
That's fine. Thank y'all for
you know where security is, Becca. Security is fucking fired. That's where they are. They're no longer in the building. But at any rate, man, real good show. Had a lot of fun. Hey,
yes.
See y'all tomorrow at 8:00 for the Mervyn Tazon show. See y'all Wednesday for the Wednesday pod. Peace.
Peace, y'all. Don't get caught by the hag. Fight the hag tonight, y'all.